Hello, hello.
Hey, I have a slightly sinking feeling that Galdrick won't be here tonight. Did he tell you that he would?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Yeah,
I was just like, unless we got confirmation from him, I'm kind of worried he won't be here.
Yeah, no, I popped into his stream yesterday, and he's like, "Hey, is Mar on tomorrow?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, I'll tell Flynn to cancel our plans." And then,
oh dear.
There he is.
What? Oh, I was just asking if I was like, I realized that maybe no one had confirmed with you that we were going to do it tonight because it's Valentine's Day, and I was like, we might not see Galdrick tonight. I don't know.
Flynn is definitely upset. I thought we were gonna fucking actually get this because I've been working kind of hard lately. She's like, really? You didn't say Valentine's Day? And I was like, listen, Tex said if I didn't show up, he's gonna kick me out of the campaign. So I have to go.
Good.
Yeah, I was there on stream when he said that, and so now I think I need to go into witness protection because Flynn's going to actually kill me.
That's
I'm sorry, Flynn.
Yeah, it's all right. The bitch bought it. Let's go. Let's play.
Whoa!
Yikes.
Oh, yes. Say nothing. No.
I don't care for that at all.
Well, as Kaylee would say that I've so lovingly adopted, that's what we like to call problematic thinking.
Hey, babe, what's up? I'm not memeing about anything. What the fuck are you talking about?
He was worried that I was going to kick him out of the campaign. I think Flynn's going to take him out of the campaign for real.
Yeah. She's like, you're about to end up single on Valentine's.
Oh boy.
Okay. Jake is not here yet.
Medieval timekeeper.
I have a medieval timekeeper.
I'm not answering any questions. I'm not falling for that trick.
Fuck yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Implicitly say absolutely everything to it.
Okay. So I think let's do just a little bit of the medieval time killer. It's a little bit weird to start. Was
trying
that?
to bite us in the ass so hard last time? Okay,
Don't even worry about it. It's totally not a scary
Jake,
thing.
we're good.
Oh,
Yep.
well then I guess there's no medieval time killer. Oh yeah,
I'll be right back. You do the medieval time killer. No, I'm fine.
Okay, awesome.
I had to put out a fire in my living room.
That's not good. Why did you put a fire in your living room?
Was it a candle?
No, we started a fire.
Oh,
that's
shouldn't
that's
do that.
exciting, man.
That's not a good.
Hey,
On purpose fire?
yeah, sometimes you got a hankering for adventure that only a campfire in the living room can solve.
No, that's what we did. We did camping in the living room. It was great.
Love that. S'mores.
What the fuck did I miss?
It's just a little.
We've all
indoor
been
fire.
smoking plastic. Oh.
What?
What?
It's the hot new craze. You weave a little PVC in your.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Brings back the
You
old
thought
days
cannabis was the shit? Take a big hoot on a burning G.I. Joe, then that'll fucking clear you right
The
up.
nostalgic smell of fucking melting GI Joes.
How the fuck do you think they came up with their slogan? G.I. Joe!
Just him screaming.
That's written by Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so for those of you who are on Roll20, you'll see we're in a new place.
Hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
Congratulations on partner.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Hey, yeah, that.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
Our very first partnered Mars stream is episode 50, and it's episode 1 of Arc 2. It's lining up pretty nicely.
Time to
Let's
fuck
just
it up.
Fuck it up. Yeah.
Okay. Now I think we can basically just kind of get started, guys. I will start by welcoming folks to our tabletop RPG stream called Monsters Ain't Real, where we use a modified D&D 5e rule set to enjoy some good old-fashioned RPG fun set in a high fantasy universe. To anyone new, the entirety of Arc 1 is up on YouTube. But if this is your first session, I would suggest hanging out anyways, because A lot of stuff going forwards is going to be new to most people. The campaign is not known, the world is not known, the characters are not even really known. So this is not a bad jumping in point if you haven't done Mar before. And I think with that, we can hit a little bit of the recap. And if this is your first session, this is basically going to sum up over a year's worth of content, incredibly briefly and inaccurately. Last time, you guys did the impossible. You finished Arc 1. Is my mic weird? It is weird.
It's fine with me.
The gate's set the gate's set to 0, so you're hearing all my weird mouth movements.
Oh, I wasn't.
Exactly.
I no. I wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was still masturbating, so it just slid right over. Sorry,
okay.
that's my bad.
Great.
I'm so sorry about that.
No, you know what? I'm sorry. I was interrupting your masturbating time, and that's rude of me.
I'm apologizing.
You guys finished Arc 1. Your adventures took you through a complicated weaving story where, in a space cowboy setting, you would make friendships, say goodbyes, feel victory and defeat, grow, learn, and ultimately face the white planar key, Kerr. You guys faced off against Kerr in the last episode. She was a shortish, thin woman with long black hair and a tattered robe. She was the white planar key and the single most powerful being in the entire White Ink universe. She appealed to your desires. She offered Slump the option to protect all of his friends, and she offered Jake power beyond measure. She offered Galdrick the completion of his quest, but she had almost nothing to offer Lou. To buy yourselves time to tether her, Galdrick and Slump performed their soul bond technique and became a towering behemoth of void angel with 4 wings. They summoned Galdrick's holy trident and set it to spinning until it was but a holy bladed disc, and then they hurled it at Kerr. Kerr, overconfident in her own power, took the blow and suffered horrible damage, and this bought the time the party needed for Jake to summon the Crown Weave, sacrificing Hutch and tethering Kerr to the black hole. The effect was immediate, and her overwhelming presence was crumpled. Volos was immediately summoned, and he was more than happy to oblige. He stepped through his red ink portal with a small floating cube, reminiscent of the Hellraiser box, held floating above his left hand. He absolutely crushed the weakened Kerr with unimaginable power of the red planar key. He summoned demons and caused her excruciating pain. It made the fight seem almost too easy, but then the catch came. While summoning Volos was almost an I win button for the battle, he exacted his own price. He was going to use that cube to drain Kerr's white planar essence. But Galdrick had spent his time finding a perfectly peaceful state of mind and trying to prepare his vessel, his skin suit. And when the time came, he crushed the liar's tongue item and told Volos, "You need to give me that essence or else you will die." And the power of the tongue was undeniable. And the price that you had to pay for Volos was bypassed. Volos sent the essence hurtling into Galdrick's chest, and Galdrick immediately became the white planar key. Galdrick became the supreme being of the entire white planar universe. He restored all of the luck to the party, and then he teleported to the bar where Lu Tu and Locke reside. When you guys got there, Lu Tu rushed you into the chamber where the essence could be kept, and as you entered the chamber, Volos took his last opportunity to face you with an advantage. He opened a portal to the bar, and he tried to kill you all. And he might well have if it wasn't for Mr. Vincent Locke. With a quick barrier that bought only a split second, Locke proceeded to pull his shotgun from beneath the bar and load it with prime ink rounds. The only thing more powerful than a planar key, prime ink. Velos tried to fend off the attack, barriers, spells, unweavings, raw physical power, but the Prime Ink rounds were too much. They blasted Volos through the side of the bar and into space and began to tear him into pieces. As a last-ditch effort to prevent himself from being completely destroyed, Volos opened another portal back to his home plane of the red ink and retreated. You planted the white essence inside of a divine Bill Ding, and then you proceeded into Arc 2 of the campaign. You stepped through a portal into the green ink, and were in the middle of a lush green forest. Tall, tall trees, soft, mossy ground, and distant birds. Then a massive green dragon flew overhead, pursued shortly by a small army of people on horseback. The army passed by and left you standing there in the forest. No idea where this is, and honestly, no real idea who even you were. The travel through the portal seems to have left the group changed in unexpected ways. And that's basically where we pick up. And to help set the scene, we're going to do a little narrative camera. It's going to be a little bit strange because it's going to set the scene for us. But it's time for the narrative, the first narrative camera of Arc 2. This is a new world. We see the party standing in the forest. But quickly the camera pulls up and further into the sky. We see a vast stretch of forest that they're in. Far to our right, we see that green dragon flying over treetops. Further back up into the sky we go until we're looking at continents, provinces, lakes, and rivers, mountain ranges, frozen peaks, deep valleys. None of this looks like Cowhearth. None of this is familiar to the party, and yet it is here and has been for millions of years along its own path. The people in this world have grown, lived, and died for millennia. They have had trials and tribulations. They've had wars and peaces. Leaders have covered the lands. Usurpers have shattered it. Politicians write laws and vie for station. Soldiers train and fight. And as we look down on this landscape, we see, in the faintest way, thin lines. One long line goes from left to right all the way across the world, cutting it in half, barely perceptible. And another starts at the first line, right in the middle, and it goes down through our vision, cutting the bottom half of the planet in two. What are these? As we start to look around the world, around this map, we see four distinct, large structures. Massive cities, all unique. The one in the southwest of the map looks like a massive city with a white thorn sticking out of the middle. The one to the northwest looks like the red eye of an angry god. A volcano with a city built upon the crater. Far to the east, we see another city, or at least we think we do. It's hard to make out the exact size and shape of the city, as most of the eastern region of the map, the whole half of the map, has this heavy fog or mist, and this low shifting clouds make it almost impossible to determine what the city is made of or how large it is. In the very center of the map is the fourth and final grand city of the map. It clearly has enormous walls, and the number of buildings within is far greater than all of the other cities combined. It has a smattering of colors within, and it almost resembles the largest Colosseum ever conceived. This world has undergone generations of shaping and reshaping. Histories have lived and been long forgotten. There are stories unfolding right now. This world has heroes of its own. This world is now your world. There is no way back now, only a way forward. the camera dives back down to our 4 party members in the middle of an unknown forest. And they must find a way forward. And that's where we come in. You guys are standing in that forest. You just saw the green dragon fly overhead of these huge tall trees. And then followed was hundreds of these horseback soldiers who just paid you no mind at all. They just charged right past you, clearly pursuing the dragon. And I think as you guys start to gather yourselves, you guys look around and you're a little bit different. You guys, in your travel through that portal, you didn't come out the other side the same way you went in. So let's go over what has changed and what is still kind of changing. You guys are still, your bodies are still adapting to this new world. So why don't we go over a little bit of what happened, and let's start with Galdrick. You guys are all standing there, and as you look around, you look over where Galdrick was, and you see, well, Galdrick, what does everyone see when they look over at you?
Okay, all right. Yeah, you gotta start with the coolest guy first. No,
Yeah.
I get it.
Exactly.
All right, let's do this. Yeah, no, I got this. All right. All right. Well, when you look over at Galdrick, previous universe, very, very sharp dresser, very wonderful smile, very crazy looking eyes. Because we're going over to a much more of a fantasy element, I thought it was only right to try to represent Galdrick in such a light. So, when you look over, there's a large humanoid creature within this world known as an Aasimir, and they're very angelic. They're able to sprout angelic wings because they are of a celestial nature. They're as tall as humans, sometimes even larger than humans, and they are tall, proud, strong, defenders of justice, defenders of everything that is good and light, and as you look over towards Galdrick, he kind of has these ethereal wings that are just kind of ever so slightly flowing there as they retract into his body. Instead of his suit, he now has proper paladin armor, very, very shinily, very shiny, very buffed, very polished, very clean, very holy, and what you would expect to see a nice, tall, proud paladin, you see instead a very awkward 3-foot Aasimir, which is very out of the usual because they are not small creatures, but Galdrick is true to his form. You essentially see a 3-foot Tyrael.
I love that so much.
And so, I just want to be clear. So, yeah, aside from being very small, there's no other extraordinary difference between you and a person?
No. There's Aasimirs are humanoids. They just
Okay.
the only thing that's at all that's strange about them is they kind of have they can have like translucent skin, sort of.
Okay.
Very, very celestial.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Nice.
I love that. So we don't have art for your characters yet. So I just grabbed a Tyrael for you.
that works.
And so you all look and you see this 3-foot tall celestial angel-like being. And then you guys look over to where Lou was. And I think you see something a little bit different than what you were expecting. And Lou, when they look over at you, what do they see?
They see, when they look at Lou, a familiar face. Still looks like Lou, but it's pretty much Lou's face on like Brienne of Tarth's body.
Yeah.
Much taller.
Yeah.
Right? She's got some shoulders on her.
Sorry,
Yeah.
say that. Sorry, I'm sorry. Can you start over one more time? I just had an absolutely deafening blast of audio static that almost made me shit my ass.
Oh God.
Yep. Sorry. Right as you started to describe your character, one more time, please.
Oh, bud. It's looks like Lou, but she's got her face on Brienne of Tarth's body.
Oh
pretty much.
my
Yeah.
God! Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So everything about her appearance seems to be kind of based on functionality. She's got chainmail, a very simple shield, and a simple mace. She's got very short, kind of Joan of Esque hair right now. From the right side of her belt hang many small pouches, each of a different color. And the only adornment on her is a silver scroll that she wears on a chain around her neck.
Perfect. I love that. I love Lou on Brienne of Tarth's body. That is excellent. And then you guys look over at where Jake was. And Jake is still there, but Jake looks a little bit different now. Jake, why don't you tell us what they see when everyone looks over at you?
I swear to fucking God, Jake.
May I ask what time of day it is?
Oh shit. It is probably around midday.
Okay,
Maybe a little bit before, like morning side of midday.
got it. You see a cowl, the color of a misty night sky. The sunlight catches silver threads in a subtle pattern. The cowled figure turns, nervous, revealing a long face. Think Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, with a long, scraggly beard. Startled, he pulls a gnarled wooden wand and brandishes it to the forest, kind of panicking, not knowing what the fuck is going on right now. As he turns, you can see he's wearing like a crushed red velvet vest and pantsuit with sort of curly-toed shoes with silver thread.
Oh my God.
And looking around at the group, he goes, "Hello? Hello?"
A new voice. That is absolutely what the portal does. The portal absolutely like you change in strange and mysterious ways.
Yes.
And I think as Jake looks around and exclaims like that, you all look over at Slump. Because Slump, it probably would have fit in the least in this new world. And as you all look over to where Slump was,
It looks exactly the same. Yeah.
you look over and you see what Slump looks like. And Milton, why don't you tell us what Slump looks like as he comes through this portal and enters the green plane of ink?
Absolutely. So it's funny because what Slump looked like in, the last color, the last plane, he was like the biggest, most amorphous blob, just like human mass, just stacked on top of each other like wet fucking clay. He looked like Sloth from the Goonies if Sloth was 9 feet tall and fed a diet of Crisco.
Yeah,
like just huge and misshapen. But now what you see is what looks basically like your stereotypical World of Warcraft NPC, like neatly trimmed gray-white shoulder length, or slightly longer than shoulder length, so they rest on his shoulders, 2 white ponytails, a full white beard, but trimmed very neatly. And his face is not at all the disfigured mess that it was before. Instead, he looks a bit like he almost looks a bit like Aragorn. He's got a bit of a Viggo Mortensen kind of look to him, except eyes that are somehow uncomfortably large and crazy. Like they're overly perceptive, like someone who has their eyes just stretched open all the time for no reason. And he's wearing you're pretty much your stereotype. Like if you see the little marker on the stream to the left, that is what Qualkek looked like, and that is exactly what Slump looks like here.
Yep.
So basically, what you'd imagine to 45-year-old blacksmith to look like back in the day, in a suit of worn but relatively well kept armor. So he basically, instead of having his 2 mutant arms, he now has 2 weapons. And I think you're going to like the direction that I took on this tech.
Yeah.
So they are unbreakable and soulbound.
Yeah.
Just like his fucking arms were.
Yep.
But then instead of having 2 great axes, which is one of the default loadouts, he has 2 weapons. He has a hammer, a large, like beveled edged square mallet.
Okay, yeah.
Made out of some sort of heavy alloy that you can't immediately identify. And this mallet, the handle is made out of a mahogany colored leather, and the alloy is dark. It almost looks like lead, and there are visible chips. But there's 2 interesting things to note. The first interesting thing to note is that the entire hammer appears to be slightly slick with some kind of like oil, it just looks like from typical blacksmithing work. And my idea with that is that it's a type of like lubricant that a blacksmith would use, but it's slippery enough that to somebody just grabbing it off of, on a whim, it'll likely slip out of their hands because of the oil. But for Slump, because he is a blacksmith in this world, he has a leather straps that go on his hand that are of a particular roughness that he has selected through a process of elimination, that he can hold it without it slipping.
Okay, yeah.
So basically, for the uninitiated, it's likely to slip out of their hand, but for a Slump, it stays in his hand.
Gotcha.
So, reddish leather handle, dark alloy with chips visible, slick with some sort of oil, and also appears to have a faint. Imagine what this hammer would look like if it was hot without glowing and then set out on like a cold day, so you'd see steam going off of it.
Okay, yep.
It has a very faint steam around it. The difference is that it glows a little bit, so at night you'd be able to see it glowing a little bit. Now this other weapon is much faster to describe. It's a pick, like a mining pick. And imagine just your most stereotypical mining pick, a stick with the, crescent-shaped piece of metal on the end.
Yeah.
The difference is that the handle is like a flawless, lacquered, light-colored, like, ash or birch or whatever.
Yeah.
And the pick component appears to be just like a stainless steel, but is absolutely immaculate. Not a scratch, not a mark on it.
Okay,
it gleams to the eye.
Yeah.
And it's wide. It's about as wide. Like when he slings it over his back, the blade is as wide as his entire back.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's a big fucking pick.
Yeah.
And the hammer is called Argus, and the pick is called Antaeus.
Okay, that's fucking awesome. Okay,
and that's good. And the only other thing is that usually when he's walking about, he's got basically your hobo stick.
Yeah.
And it's just like he carries a stick and he's got a satchel on the end. It's not quite a, actually, you know what? No, instead I was thinking of like a hobo stick, like a stick with a bag on the end.
Okay.
But instead, I think it would make more sense for him to have basically a bag that's draped across his back. Yeah. Kind of like a satchel instead of a quill for arrows. Yeah. Because that's where his javelins will go.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah. That's perfect.
And that's what Slump looks like. So basically, he looks like a normal person, but fucking huge.
Yeah.
Still Slump sized, but just looks like a normal guy.
Yeah. I think I rolled him as like 9 foot 4 inches, like fucking, absolutely fucking enormous.
Yes. And so what I'll say is when the rest of the party sort of like sees him, you hear maybe a bird chirps and swoops down out of a branch and lands on his finger, and he smiles at it, and then it chirps again and flutters away and lands on a branch, and he goes over to hold his hand out to the bird, and you're struck by sort of how magical and like, you know, just normal Slump looks until he snaps the branch off and just starts chewing on the leaves.
Same old friend.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to keep your weapons with the great axe damage because those sound so fucking cool. I'm just going to keep the same fucking damage.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And so that's what you guys see, not what you are used to. And you are sitting there in this forest. What would you guys go fucking have at her, guys? You're in the middle of the forest. You saw a dragon. You saw an army. You see each other that don't look the same.
I start charging immediately towards where the dragon was.
Is that Galdrick? Is that Jake? Slump?
Slump looks at Galdrick charging off, goes, look at the little man. And then when he turns to Lou and flicking his head, he sees his own ponytail and goes,
When you say that, I want to turn around and just be like, who are you calling little?
when you do that, all you hear is Slump immediately violently shits his pants.
Back to our roots.
Jake like hisses and retreats to the tree line and like throws the cowl in front of his face, sort of like Dracula-esque.
No.
Oh my god.
How could he see me?
So Slump will say, who are you there, Mr. Man? Pointing at Galdrick, I guess at the top of his head.
What do you mean? Who am I? Who are you? You okay?
Ah, God, it's not in my throat. I'm so sorry.
Oh my
Hey, buddy,
god.
You okay? What? Mr. Teeny Tot?
Yeah. Oh God, so sorry about that. And I kind of want to like take off. I obviously sorry. I kind of like skipped over that thing when Tyrael obviously has no face when he's in Tyrael form. He just has that black like silhouette where his face would be when his cowl's up.
Yeah.
I want to take down the cowl and be like, so sorry. And I want to look like Galdrick.
Oh,
God.
that's fucking amazing. That's fucking amazing.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh God. Where the fuck are we?
Forest. In the forest.
Wow. Some things never fucking change, like your observation skills. Are you fucking kidding me? What can't I say?
Slump, hearing Lou's voice be a bit deeper, Slump turns and goes, monster! and then looks at you, and like, you see his eyes narrow, and then they shoot wide, and he goes, it really is a monster!
I go, no, Slump, it's me. And I want to reach in my bag and see if I can pull out the comb that he gave me.
The comb,
Did that make it through?
The comb absolutely did.
Oh,
It made
okay.
it?
That was
Awesome.
made with the power of Great Day. That's
transplanar.
transplanar.
I am so happy right now because that means Jake still has his peanut butter container. I'm so happy right now.
But does it still make peanut butter?
What's the D&D
that's-
equivalent?
I mean, that's a good question.
For
Maybe
the
we
keeper.
talk about this in character. I say, hey, I still have my comb. See, it's me.
Slump sees it, goes, grabs out in your hands, says,
What did you do to Lou?
I walked
You
through
took this
the
from her.
door.
You take this from her.
Oh, bad. How do I prove? Look, Jake Galdrick, you know it's me. What was something Lou knows? that
Slump
only
cover-
Lou would know?
Slump covers Galdrick's entire face with his hand and goes,
Okay, Slump believes you. God, please make him stop.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, wait. No, I got a good way to test it. Okay, we're in some sort of dire situation. All right, we're about to die.
Uh-huh.
All right, we're in the middle. All right, we need you to come up with a great plan.
Okay.
Do you A, pull out a grenade and throw it at the bad guy?
Right.
B, use C4, or C, make a scarf tent.
Oh, scarf tent. Scarf tent would
Okay, it's
help the
Lou.
most.
It's
I think.
fucking Lou. It's
It'd be
Lou.
a scarf tent. I
It's
wonder if I
Lou.
have any scarves, and I go through my bag to see if I have any.
No,
It's
you've
Lou.
got like a handkerchief.
Oh my God,
It's-
bad news. Bad news, guys.
What?
I don't have any of my scarves.
I'm sure they have some for sale here.
Oh, okay. First stop.
Oh
Um,
my fucking God.
yeah, if you want to try the peanut butter thing, you can always try. But I am a keeper no longer. I have taken up the mantle of DM, and you shall all refer to me as the DM from now on.
What happens if we accidentally refer to you as the keeper?
I take all your luck away.
Oh.
That's just this DM seems pretty stupid.
Well, the DM
Well,
was gracious
what? I didn't
enough
say
to
it. I
give
didn't
you
say
luck.
it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I
You
didn't say it. I pointed Jake. So
Yeah,
question, is everybody's name the same?
It's a good question.
Are you asking that in character?
Hi everyone. My name's Galdrick.
We know your name.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
My name's
Yeah, Slump.
Galdrick.
Slump looks at you and says,
Yeah, obviously, fuckface. What do you? Hello?
We've been together for like a year.
Yeah, hello.
It's been like a year.
I put my
Come on,
cowl back
man.
up and I go quiet. I don't need this shit.
Okay, well, I'm Lou. And how about you two?
Slump says,
Yes, we're all the same. Galdrick, Lou, Slump, and Snape.
I take like
Same.
I take like one oversized dramatic step away from the tree line into the sun. And go, it is Yake.
Oh my God.
It's Yake. Come on, guys, it's Yake.
Is I Yake?
Yake.
Yeah, Yake. It's
You
Yake.
got it. Yake it is.
Yep.
Yake.
What?
Why can't I say yump? I cannot say yump.
No,
Stop
yumping.
using a
No
soft
yumping right
J.
now.
Peanut
No
butter and
yumping
the
right now.
yelly. Fuck! Why can I not say yelly?
Yellow.
I cannot
yellow.
say yake. I cannot
You're
say yump.
feeling-
I cannot say yelly.
Feeling kind of yelly right now.
Do you
Alright,
think
wait,
it's
do we
time
need to
for
change
us
your
to-
name then? Because I'm not going to have everybody. I'm not going to have you saying your name is Yake.
My name is Yake.
No, it's
No,
not
no.
Yake. I'm not calling
is
you
it?
Yake.
We were not saying Yake.
Well, I'm
Well,
not
do
saying
you want
Yake.
us to keep
I'll call
saying
you
Jake, but
Jorp,
you call-
but I'm not calling you Yake.
Not
Oh,
calling you
Jordan is
Yake.
nice.
No, Yorp is good. No, fuck. Yorp. Damn it. Yorp.
Yorp is good. I like that. Yorp. Hey,
Yorp is
nice to
pretty
meet
good.
you, Yorp.
It's Yake. It's Yake. Feels the
Still
good.
Yake?
Come on, Yorp.
Yake, please.
Interchangeable, maybe, based on situational sort of cues.
Oh
Yake
my
and
God.
York. Wait,
Okay, so
Yorp.
I wanna look down at you said that a dragon flew overhead
Yep.
and an army was they on horseback?
They were on horseback. Yep.
Okay, and they were going from one direction to the other.
Yeah, they were going. Yep.
And we're in a forest, so I assume we can't see horizon line. We can't see any sort of towns in the distance.
That's correct. Yeah. The trees aren't too densely packed, but you are deep in the forest. So, yeah, you can't see anything on the horizon other than just more trees.
Gotcha. I was trying to see if there was a way I could divine if the dragon was going to a settlement or from a settlement because it was being driven out.
I will say, why don't you make a check plus intelligence to see if you
Well,
can.
I think for some reason you set me as a 0. Clearly, I'm the smartest one in the party. I don't know
Oh.
why I'm at a 0, but that's fine.
Oops.
That's all right. I think
A
these are trees.
natural 1. The first
wanna put-
roll of Arc 2 is a natural 1.
This is gonna be
Great.
fucking.
You aren't
I have
really
my hood on
sure.
when I'm inspecting the trees, and I think I don't realize what I'm looking at because whilst it's also black, it's a two-way blackout. I can't see shit. This isn't an advantage. I'm blind as a bat with this thing on, and I'd like to think I'm looking at the ground, but I'm actually not even bending over. I'm actually just touching a tree, and I take part of the branch and I just shove it in my fucking throat.
Oh no.
You suddenly have the realization that you think the ground is made out of bark.
Oh my god.
Cal.
Oh my
I
god.
did not expect things on that thing. That thing is horrible. Why is that a thing?
What are you trying to do? What do you want to figure out?
Trying to see where the fuck the I don't want to talk anymore. I just shoved a branch in my throat.
No, it's not good. Can I listen closely and just see if there's any wildlife around or anything? Kind of try and get a lay of the land.
Ooh, yeah. So that would be like a survival check, which I think is plus intelligence as well.
Intelligence. Still
Not great.
man.
Still
That really
not
tracks with, I
great.
feel, our characters. Like, we're just a bunch of well-meaning sort of doofuses.
You hear this? You hear the strangest animal. It's pretty silent around. Then you hear this, and you look over, and it's Galdrick choking on a piece of wood.
Everyone, I think there's something. Oh, it's no, that's nothing.
Why do I keep eating these?
Oh, it's plus wisdom. Oops. Well, it wouldn't have helped.
So I want Slump to like look around like he's shielding his eyes from the sun that he doesn't need to shield his eyes from because they're under all these trees.
Yep.
And he's looking around at things that he can't see because there's so many trees.
Yep.
And so he's just holding his hands above his brow like a fucking idiot, just looking at nothing.
Yep.
And then I want him to grab Galdrick by the by his collar and hurl him straight upwards as hard as he possibly can.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Roll plus
Yes,
strength
yes.
to see how high you
Okay.
can hurl him.
1
My
second.
fucking God.
See if you still got those perceptive eyes.
Hey.
Okay, that's pretty good. You grab Galdrick and you go to throw him, and you've thrown Galdrick, like you've handled Galdrick quite a bit. And when you kind of pull him, it does seem like what's inside of the suit is not necessarily all that heavy, but when you go to throw him, it's like, that's a lot of armor that he's wearing. And he is significantly heavier than he has ever been. But you still give him a good yank. And Galdrick, you go sailing up 20, 30, 40 feet until you are above the tree line. Go ahead and give me like a perception check. So roll plus wisdom.
I think I'm pretty wisdomous. Hold on a second.
I sure hope
Plus
so.
1.
Hey, there you go. Okay.
I rolled a 17, but my cowl's still up and I don't see it.
Okay, damn it. I think you get up there, like you don't even know what's happening because your cowl's up, and then you just kind of feel air all around you, and you think you're flying, but your wings aren't out, so you take your cowl off to see what the hell's going on, and you're like up above the trees, and you see way in the distance, you see the green dragon flying away, and you see some smoke starting to rise kind of between you and the dragon. And then you kind of turn and spin from where the dragon was coming from, and you see a lot of smoke. This is definitely going from something that it was burning.
Gotcha. Okay. So so it's coming from something that it was burning?
Yeah, like it was burning something, and it seems that the army is kind of routing it. They are chasing it after having kind of dealt with it.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, and then you land. We don't need to do too many rolls. So yeah, you land and it's okay.
Caught gently in
will.
Slump's arms.
Yeah.
I will. After I land, I'll relay such information to the party and just be like, this came from smoke. It's going that way, and then we essentially have two options. We can go and try to help rout a dragon when we don't even know if for all we know that's a good guy. We don't fucking know. There's also like a burning town that way, and I point towards where it was coming from.
Oh, we should go help the town.
You sure?
Yeah, there's people who are hurt.
Mr. T, don't think about it. The town could have barbecue.
Well, yeah, most everything.
You know
in
what?
the town
Now
is
that I think
barbecue
about it,
now.
we should probably go to the. And my brain just like has an instant realization, and I think about noodles.
Yay!
Oh my God.
Yes.
And as you have that realization of thinking about noodles, the most unlikely thing to think about in a place like this, somewhere deep under the shadows of the canopy in this forest, you see a soft golden light. The golden light that you've seen so many times before, and you know the noodle shop is in business.
Oh, I'm legit so happy right now. Okay, so now we know that's like cross straight ink universe. Okay, cool. I stopped thinking my nose. I just wanted to know if it was possible.
And that distant golden light fades.
Oh, I'm so happy now. Okay. Fuck. All right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's go ahead. Wait. How? I'm sorry. Slump. How tall are you this go around?
About 10'8", 10'9".
I look over at you and I just kind of, hey.
Yeah.
Slump grabs him by his collar and hurls him straight up again. Slump looks at the rest of the party and sort of shrugs his shoulders like, I don't know, maybe you liked it. So Slump catches him and puts him on his shoulders just like out of habit and then goes, we had enough for one another.
I look like Venagrump.
Slump just shrugs and looks at the rest of the party.
Slump thinks we should go to the place because maybe that was just a friendly bird dog being chased by a bunch of meanie hunter heads.
So now you want to go after? I thought you wanted barbecue.
Well, maybe that, but we could also see why the big flying wing dog was up there, you know?
So wait, so you want to go after the dragon?
No. Go to the town.
That's what I said.
Todd. You said the dragon, not the dragon. Go to the town.
Where the dragon came from.
No.
That's what I said.
No.
You're just gonna keep saying no again, aren't you?
No.
I essentially grabbed like his hair and I kind of like yip-yaw him like a horse. I just like with the reins.
Well, yeah, let's go to the town.
I will say, Galdrick, when you got tossed up a second time, you saw a couple more smokes coming up, like campfires being lit quite nearby. The town that was being burned was way in the distance, but there seemed to be campfires going up not too far away from you in the direction the army was heading.
Oh. How are they clustered together?
They are clustered together.
Hey guys, I think I might have found the army's like encampment the other way.
Oh, okay.
Should we go there?
Okay.
How far?
Should we go there?
Okay.
I would deduce it's at least 4 minutes worth of walking time.
Sounds about exactly right.
Wow.
I'm so good at this fucking game.
Okay,
well,
you
it
guys.
can't hurt, I think, to maybe talk to them. I do want to go see the town still. I'm worried about the people there.
Absolutely.
But can't hurt to get more info.
Absolutely.
Okay, you guys want to head towards the fires? Like the campfires?
Yeah.
I mean, if they're closer, I don't see why not.
Yeah, they are way closer. Like they are kind of, like 4 minutes walking close. And
Does that sound okay to you, Slump and Yake?
Yeah, let's go there. Come on, Mr. Yak, let's go.
You okay?
Okay, you guys start, like, there's no road. It looks like there's a road, but that's literally just the path that the horses tore up. So there is no road. You just kind of follow this path that the horses tore up along the road. And as you're walking, sure enough, you start to hear some wildlife. It's like it was scared away for a little bit with the dragon and the army. But as you proceed through the forest, you do hear the signs of wildlife again.
Do we see any?
Roll plus wisdom.
I guess DM question. Like,
Nope.
I really wanted to see a weird bird.
If I've lived in like the shitty desert flats of Cowhearth my entire life,
Yeah.
do I even know what like a squirrel is? Like, do we have that baseline
shit.
knowledge?
No, if you have not seen some of these creatures, you have not seen these creatures. Like, you do not know what they are.
So like
Cool.
Cowhearth fauna is not this world fauna at all.
Yeah, largely. Well, I mean, like, Cowhearth was the only planet in the system that had cows. So you've seen livestock in some ways, but I don't know that you've ever actually seen a horse. Like, the things that everyone was riding around on, you may have read about in books, but you have I don't think you've ever seen one in real life.
Okay.
Question.
Yep.
Is that same sentiment true for Galdrick?
That is
Ooh.
not true for Galdrick. Galdrick, you have seen many, many things. And you've seen fauna far above and beyond what was there on Cowhearth. And you have absolutely seen a lot of the things here. Everything you don't know, but a lot for sure.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
It's a fucking squirrel. What the hell is wrong with you?
A squirrel?
What is this strange small cat with a big tail?
It's called
I
a
want-
squirrel. Wait
I
a
want-
minute.
I
I
want-
think about it for half a second, and I realize he has no idea. Say that's called a pancake.
oh no. Oh no.
Oh, it's good, little pancake.
So as soon as he says that, you as Slump has picked up a rock, and because this is sort of like where Qualkek like lived in this era, he would have been able to do this sort of thing. Slump has picked up a rock, thrown it at the head of the squirrel, and now is now going to pluck it and just bites off its head.
Yuck.
Just starts. It sounds like, imagine someone. I want to make sure that I'm getting. Imagine someone biting into a handful of corn nuts. That's what it sounds like when he bites into the
Wow.
skull.
That's awful. That's
Oh,
awful.
God.
Looks at the party and says,
Tastes like chicken to Slump.
I wonder, Slump, if you have your same digestive powers. I wonder if your new body is gonna
I don't
mind.
think he has the pancreas for that anymore.
I mean,
Slump.
no less.
This is going to be a question for the DM. So Slump's eyes shoot wide open, and I want him to just like look down and just start cramming his mouth full with dirt, just like shoving
Oh my God.
handfuls of dirt into his mouth and swallowing them, and just seeing what happens every like 5 handfuls.
It's
I guess pancake does not taste good.
so you guys see him take this bite of this pancake and then follow it up with an inhuman amount of dirt. Like this much dirt, you think would kill someone. Like you can't fit that much dirt inside a human stomach and still have it survive.
Has to kill him right away.
And
Day
like
one.
That's it for Slump.
and,
Reroll
Slump-
character.
and Slump's dead. No, you guys look and Slump just like stands there, and Slump, you're kind of still fine.
Wow.
Slump
Wow.
says,
Huh? Slump's feeling pretty good.
You're looking like you're fine. You look like you're not bothered.
Okay. Well, let's go to that camp place with the fire, Don.
Maybe you can impress them with your weird eating tricks.
Maybe. Kind of a weird thing to say. Hey
I'm
guys,
just
wanna
saying.
let me eat something?
Watch how
It's an army.
watch
They're
how much
always in-
dirt I can eat.
Watch how much dirt I can eat. It's gonna blow your mind.
Would it be
Man, if I
Selling
need
it.
soap out of nowhere, I'm like, I need some soap.
Okay, so you guys come up to this army, and it's not huge, right? It's a couple hundred people, but that's still a lot. Like you guys are from Cowhearth, so most of you are from Cowhearth, and so the most people you've seen at once is like 50, maybe 100. So this is like a couple towns worth of people, all gathered in one area, and they're pitching tents. And it's like you don't know why they stopped here. It's still the middle of the fucking day. And they're setting up camp. They're done. And then you notice something a little bit weird. Pretty sure I had a perception check in here, didn't I?
Yolo,
no.
do you notice that thing that is a little bit weird?
No perception check needed, because I don't think you need to be clever or insightful to see this. You look at these people, and they're not people. They're fucking robots.
What the fuck?
You look at them and they're fucking robots. Like you've seen robots before. Not quite as sophisticated as this, but they're fucking like androids.
Hail and well met, metal friends.
And then I think as you say that and they start looking over, you see this weird, you realize that they're not just robots actually. It's like this weird weaving of wood and metal. And as they move, there's no clinking of gears. There's no activations of servos. There's no electricity whatsoever. And when their eyes light up, there's no electricity behind the eyes. It's just a soft red glow. They look kind of like if a druid went to town on a Terminator. And one of them looks over at you.
It's like what went nuts on the Terminator?
Like a druid went nuts with like
I love it.
wild magic.
Yep.
On a Terminator.
Okay.
Weird flex, but all right.
And it looks over to you and it says in a surprisingly non-robotic voice, it says, identify yourself.
Well, I'm Lou. These are my associates.
I don't
Slump points.
know.
Slump points to himself and says,
Yak.
No, I need your papers.
I would like to go into my like cloak, cowl, whatever you want, and reach for my deck of big titty playing cards and see what they have become.
Nice.
They're the same.
I retrieve a deck of lovingly hand painted big titty playing cards and do like a sort of I don't know, like a shitty like sleight of hand like street magic thing to like sprawl them out. What do I roll for that?
I guess roll plus dexterity.
Roll for sure.
That is 2.
Okay, and so what you're just trying to spray them all over the place?
No. So I fan them into like a circle in my hand.
Okay, yeah.
And they go, my papers. I am Yeg the Amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so I gather he's an entertainer. What are the rest of your jobs and why are you out here in the forest?
Slump, like quickly trying to follow up because he has such limited short duration memory. He goes,
I am Yak,
and hands him Argus, which has the oil, and just slips through his hand.
He just fucking drops it on the ground. Like,
And then
all right.
And Slump has his hands on his hips and is like looking at him very satisfiedly, like he did exactly what was requested.
All right, so a blacksmith. I don't know why a blacksmith and an entertainer are in the woods. I really do need the papers though, because if you're trying to trick me about who you are and what you're doing, there will be consequences, as you know.
There will be consequences, as you know. Or you?
I'm sorry. Did you just ask me who I was?
Yes, I did, because I don't know who you are.
My name is Silas. Who are you?
Oh, hi, oh my God, Silas!
Silas. Oh, Silas, like
Guys,
Silas.
Silas! We've been
like
looking
Silas
everywhere
and
for
Jim.
you.
Jim, you know Jim, or Jim knows you, or you know Jim. Silas and Jim. You work with a Jim at some point.
Roll plus charisma. Galgic, roll plus charisma at advantage, since Slump is kind of helping you out.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta pull up my character sheet. Plus charisma. Okay. Boop. Boop.
Wow.
It was set in stone for that one, apparently. Jesus fucking Christ.
He kind of looks you over, and he says, I don't recognize you. I think I'm gonna need to see the papers.
Which papers are you talking about exactly? Can you show me your papers so I know what we're talking about here?
He pulls out a piece of paper that it says, it has his name, and it says Silas, it says race, it says Warforged, it says occupation, it says soldier in the Izo Dragon Hunter militia, and then it says status is active.
Oh, this sort of paper. Oh, okay. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Okay, yeah, and I kind of want to like fiddle through like my pockets, and I just wanted to. I kind of have an incomplete one. It's not quite done yet.
Okay, you can't be out here with incomplete papers.
Here, will this work? And I show him this.
You show. Oh, oh my God. Says, that is very informative, but that is not what I'm looking for. I'm sorry. Are you guys in the right nation? Are you guys from Izo?
Is this the fire? Damn it.
Are you guys are you guys from Izo, or did you just kind of wander a little bit too far from Hayland?
We are from a place, and I kind of want to. We're from, and I want to smack Yorp in the stomach, just so he like exclaims like a name randomly.
Youch!
We're from Youch.
Youch is from Youch. Izo.
We're from Youch. We're from Youch. It's a small village.
Yeah.
It's a small village, but yeah. Hi.
Yeah, that sounds like some sort of Hayland town. You're on the wrong side of the barrier.
Oh dear, we're just trying to help. We were just wandering.
Yeah. We saw a dragon. We were just trying to see if we could lend some aid. We're not trying to cause any trouble, of course.
Yeah, of course not.
Okay.
We're just,
Certainly not.
just walking through, looking for little flowers.
And Slump leans down to try to like seal the charade and grabs a handful of dirt and grass and shoves it in his mouth.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, we want to see something real cool. Watch this. Hey, eat some more dirt.
Slump just like the fucking kid from Matilda eating the chocolate cake.
God.
Just grab these huge handfuls and like he's slobbering so much that it's turning into mud as he's cramming his mouth, and all the while has this like unbroken, like really satisfied smile as he's looking at the fucking robot dude.
The Warforged Silas kind of pokes one of his friends with his elbow and he says, "Yep, that's one from Hayland." He says, "All right, back on your side of the barrier," and he kind of points to his left.
There's nothing we can do to help the town that was hurt by the dragon?
No, that's fine. Although the dragon just went into Hayland, so you're probably gonna want to go save your town.
Is that why you're stopping?
Yeah, we're not going to go into Hayland. Unlike some people, we're going to respect the barrier.
Oh, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thanks. Listen, the barrier. What?
Yeah.
Can you just pretend like we've been living under a rock for like a really long time? We have no idea what that is. What's the barrier?
God.
We're the sort of people who eat dirt.
Please. And I'll elbow Slump, and I'll take the cowl. I mean, I already have the cowl off, but I want to I want to do Puss in Boots eyes, please.
Okay, roll charisma again. Roll like a persuasion check. Okay, yeah, that's very good. He kind of rolls his eyes, which is kind of hard because there's no eye in there. It's just like glow. But he kind of rolls his head backwards and he says, "Wow, all right. When you get back to Hayland, I'm going to ask you to tell other people about this, because if you meet someone maybe not quite as nice as me, you're just gonna go to prison." So
wow. Okay, wow, we don't want that. So thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for rescuing us, ass chin.
I'm sorry, that almost sounded like an insult.
No.
Did you just come across the barrier from Hayland over here and start insulting?
It's a compliment.
It's a compliment where we're from. It's a compliment where we're from.
Are you racist to us just because we don't have your jargon? Huh?
Well, you're in Izo now, so.
Oh,
so sorry about that. We weren't trying to.
Sorry. Listen, we Haylanders don't need to take this shit.
Slump now defending a land that he doesn't even know. No idea. He's just upset.
Listen, The barriers separate the nations, and right now you're just about 15 feet too far into past your side of the barrier. And he points at the ground about 15 feet away, and you can actually see it on the map if you look very closely. There is a faint blue line that none of them are crossing, and they've set up camp right along this line. And it's so faint and it's shimmering in the air. You can just barely see it. He says, that barrier? So when you cross that from your side over on dirt-eating Hayland into Izo, you are in breach of law. And we have every right to detain you and treat you with the highest crimes known in our nation. So please, if you'd be so kind, before I decide I'm not such a nice guy, maybe just get back on your side of the barrier.
And not such a nice guy. This guy's a fucking dick.
All right,
Guys,
now
well,
I think I'm just gonna arrest you.
And as I say that, I would like to Misty Step to my side of the wall.
Okay, is there a roll or anything for that, or is it just you do it?
Briefly be surrounded by silvery mist. You then teleport to a new location within 30 feet.
Okay,
to be determined narratively.
Okay, yeah.
One slot.
I did just say 15 feet, so definitely that works. You just vanish, definitely mark off the spell slot. And Galdrick just vanishes and reappears on the other side of that shimmering blue barrier. And then the guy says, all right, then I'm just gonna arrest your friends.
There's no need. We were really just trying to help, and in our focus on that,
I can't arrest you anymore, so I'm just gonna arrest your friend. I was like taunting him from the other side of the line now.
Super helpful.
I want Slump. It like puts his hands in the air like Julian from Trailer Park Boys. That
Slump can go on his own. Slump's on his way. Just leave. Slump doesn't want any. Just going.
He's walking towards the barrier.
They kind of grab you guys and they start escorting you back towards where they came from.
How many are here and how many are where we're going?
So there's like 300 here, and you don't know where you're going. They're just taking you back the way you came, kind of thing. And like maybe 20 or 30 of them have kind of broken off. Wait a minute.
There's hundreds of these guys. I thought there was just one dick.
Oh no, it's the one who kind of who's talking to you. There's 300 of these guys.
Can I reach Lou and Slump to just sort of like touch them?
Yeah. You can be in the middle. Yeah, you can be.
I'm
in the
just
middle of
gonna grab a sleeve or a shirt, a hand, arm, anything, and just cast Thunderstep because they're gonna start taking us away, and we are very outnumbered.
I love it.
All right. I think the roll's only for damage, right?
Correct. Yeah, I can bring objects as you teleport, as well as creatures, as long as they're in. Oh, they have to be in my melee range. I thought I had to touch them. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah. You cast Thunderstep, and so Yake kind of reaches out and touches you guys, and then like in a blink, you are all gone. And then in a crash of explosive thunder right next to you, Galdrick, the party all appears on the other side of the barrier.
So maybe we need to be careful about where we go and what we say, because man, they were assholes.
They were.
They're still like they're within hearing range. Like
fucking dickheads. What a bunch
We're
of
not fucking far water anymore, where people are nice and respectable and don't smell like cheese.
Where's Kirby, dog?
I never thought I'd say it. I miss Kirby.
I miss Kirby.
I miss Kirby.
Metal friggin' tree gnome treehouse.
Metal
dickhead.
moron. Stupid piece of shit.
Moron, stupid piece of shit. Wood mahogany. Librarian dickhead. Robot vending machine piece of shit. Hoover vacuum. Fuck off.
Can I look at them closely to see if any of them have ranged weapons?
They all do. Like they have huge crossbows. Some of them obviously look like spellcasters, but none of them are doing anything. None of them are reaching for weapons. However, they all they are starting to talk amongst each other, in low voices.
I'm just gonna like wave at them from right in front of the barrier. Hello, sorry about the misunderstanding.
We will tell tales of your hospitality. Goodbye, then.
And as they kind of finish talking amongst themselves, 30 of them start riding back the way they came.
On what?
On horses.
Hey, oh wait, have we not seen horses? Do we just establish that?
Yeah, you guys do not know what horses are.
What
Hey,
the heck?
hey Goldrick, what? Oh, what's that?
They're riding those weird-looking, long-nosed men.
Yeah, it's like a
God.
messed up kind of cow. Like a weird, skinny, tall cow.
That's
Like a big deer. Does Slump know what a deer is? Like a big
I don't think
man.
so. No, I don't think you
Like
know
a
what it
big
is.
man.
I think the only animal you guys have seen is fucking cows. Everything has to be in relation to fucking cows.
What about a dog? Okay.
those are called penguins.
Oh,
Okay.
penguins.
Well, yeah, penguins.
Penguins.
Well, what do we do now?
Go carefully, I guess. Maybe we should. Do we have? Let me see. Do I have any
The
paper
guy was
in
kind of
my
a dick.
bags?
I wanted to be nice with the guy. We were just trying to help out, but I pushed my buttons, man.
Yeah, they were
Maybe
really
we-
rude.
Maybe we should try to sneak around while they're going, because they're probably going to come back, and we could sneak up there and go and find where they're camped out and look at them and see what they're doing and why they're being so mean to us.
Do you remember the scene from Ace Ventura where
Yes.
the bat scene where he keeps putting his foot over the line when they're not
Yes.
looking?
Yeah.
I'm just constantly doing this, but even whilst they're looking at me, and when
Okay.
they if they start to draw weapons, I put my foot back and I just look up.
Like at one point they just keep their weapons drawn. Do you keep doing it?
I kind of like lift my foot up like I'm gonna put it over the line, and I just hold it there.
You can see like their fingers are resting on the triggers of their crossbows.
Don't
I just stay there.
sneeze.
I just stay there. I just stay there.
I kind of want to tickle him. Should I tickle him?
Don't tickle me. Don't fucking tickle me right now. Okay, this is man
Hold
business.
on.
Leave me alone.
Yake is just Yake is recalling in a flood of memories all the time he's been shot. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hand on Goldrick's back to stabilize him and make sure he doesn't fall.
Wow.
My man. See, this is how I know I can always trust you. I don't care what Tech says about you. You're a good person.
Wow. Wow.
He says some fucked up shit. Talks about all kinds of rashes and stuff.
The rashes are normal, you yickheads with ass faces. Ah!
Now wait, were you saying jickheads,
Jickheads?
or can you not say D either?
We're staying flexible with it. I haven't nailed it down yet.
Like,
It's kind of like a weird Dracula. I don't know.
That's why I wanted to say that your bodies are still changing. So if you do want to try voices and have it go over time, that's the in fiction reason why the voices might change over time.
If
Because your bodies are
everyone
still
hates it, it
adapting.
stays. Ah.
And
I
yeah,
100% think you need to keep it if you keep that laugh. I'm being real with you.
6, 7 penguins.
yeah. So the 30 left and the 270 are still remaining, and they're just setting up camp literally right on the line of the barrier. Like they are like less than a foot away from you.
Hey, fellows. I know you're no fan of us, but we really do just want to help. What are you planning?
We're just hunting the dragon.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
Why? What did it do to you, you jerk?
Well, it has a layer full of gold. Its skin is worth a ton. Its blood is useful in magic. It's literally a flying reagent pouch.
Hey, can that dragon do magic?
I mean, it can breathe fire.
Does it talk?
Not that one.
But dragons do talk.
Yeah, some dragons talk.
But-
What do they do to you over there in Hayland? I almost
Wait,
want to
we're
get a
not
pass and come
drugs.
visit.
We're not
like,
from
this is-
Hayland. I already
this
told
is
you we're not from
crazy.
Hayland.
Drugs! Drugs!
Oh my god.
All drugs!
I thought our training was crazy. What kind of drugs are they giving you guys over there?
Well, we're not from there. I already tried telling you that. but
Wait, are
guys
you not
don't
from
wanna listen to me.
Hayland?
No, we're not.
No,
from
we
Halen.
are.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
If you're not from Halen, you're going to want to get, well, I guess you're not our problem anymore, so good luck.
Where did I say we were from? Yelp? York?
Yeah.
Yep.
Youch.
Yelp?
Youch.
Youch.
I already
Next
told you
thing-
we're from Youch.
I don't know what village, that's not a village in Izo, so
That's in Izos. It's fucking
it's not Izo.
back that. Yes, it is.
We're, okay. You think I, as
Yep.
one of the members of the dragon-seeking militia, don't know the villages of Izo?
It's not
a
so much.
small
It's like more a
village.
town. Yeah.
It's more. Yeah, it's actually not. Yeah, it's actually more of a bustling
Like
city.
a Yamlet.
actually.
Hamlet?
You've never heard of
A
it?
Yamlet for sure.
Listen, Slump is gonna drive his pick through his own eye socket. Where would you recommend some new adventurer dogs should go to get acclimated with the area?
That's-
Just some old
Yeah, good
friends out
question.
for a hike,
Okay, that seems
looking
dumb.
for
That seems
looking
dumb.
for
That
honey,
seems real
looking
fucking
for bee,
stupid.
looking
That
for
seems really
looking for
fucking
looking
stupid.
for looking for
Unbelievable.
bees, looking for
Okay,
bees,
yeah,
net,
let's
looking
just-
for
yeah,
looking
alright.
for
Yeah,
looking for
sounds
bees,
cool.
net,
Yeah,
looking for
that's
bee,
great.
looking for bees
Yep.
nests, looking for
Did you
bees.
just say
nests.
looking for D's
Looking for
nuts?
bee-
What the
looking-
fuck?
Looking
What
for
the hell is
looking
wrong
for
with
bees,
you?
looking for bees nests for honey.
Oh my
hold
god,
on.
well, that's some crazy
Oh.
drugs they got you guys on.
I want to powwow everybody to sort of like huddle so they can't hear us.
Oh,
Okay,
what's
yeah,
up?
sure.
Hey, don't you think the big green thing is probably like the green, important thing?
Oh, maybe.
Talking about the dragon?
Yeah.
Seems a little easy.
Slump just thinks that based on the fact that we almost got murdered by a fat man with a monocle, maybe we should go and talk to the people in the fucking village and find out what the fuck the thing is about before we go chasing it. Maybe.
That's
Maybe
what
we do
I
a bit of
said.
research. Okay.
That's what
Yeah,
I
Slump
fucking
agrees.
said.
Yeah, Slump agrees.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Okay, maybe let's fake some papers though. I say quietly,
Okay.
so that we
okay.
have something.
Hey, dumbass!
Boy, I really
Dumbass.
hope you step
Dumbass.
over that barrier.
Dumbass!
Man,
Hey,
oh man.
Hey, dumbass! Where do we get like papers like that?
They're issued in, damn it. They're issued.
Wow, I thought you knew the fucking towns.
I sure do. Oh, damn it. Hold on. Well, I'm
He's
about to
not
make,
smiling anymore.
about to make an
Okay.
exception.
That's a
Okay,
war crime.
okay, well, we'll put the gun down.
That's
Put
a
the
war
weapon down.
crime.
Whoa. Okay,
No,
I'm sorry.
I think maybe I just have a whipping misfire.
I'm sorry.
These things are so unreliable.
Okay,
They just
can we
off.
start over? Can we start over? Can we start over? I'm holding on an olive branch. Genuinely.
Okay.
Okay. My name is Galdrick. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. My name is Flagusco.
Flagusco. We actually never asked this guy's name. We're so bad at this. We're so bad at meeting people. Flagusco. It's nice. That's a nice name. It's family name, is it?
Yeah, well, I mean, forged name. It's a little bit different for us.
Yeah,
Ew.
I know what Warforged are. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah. You want to know where to get papers?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
We're kind of new around here. It's kind of difficult to explain. You just kind of you've got to.
We all came through a magic portal.
We don't. That's don't.
Metaphor?
I kind of want to make
Metaphorically?
it clear that I'm shutting him down from telling the truth, but I'm not trying to hide that I'm trying to shut him down from telling the truth. Does that make sense? I'm trying to put the other guy wait, what did he just say? Sort of thing, you know?
I mean, yeah.
Nope, that's too hard to explain.
All right. Well, if you're born in Izo, then you get your papers when you're born. If you don't have it, then you would need to get a writ of passage to come from wherever you are into Izo. Then you want to head to the capital city, Avar. At Avar, you can get your papers. But if you cross into Izo without a writ of passage, you're gonna have a bad time.
But what if we're from Izo,
Then you
but we just lost our papers?
Then you go to prison.
But that's you send people to prison for it. What if I get mugged?
I mean,
and they
usually,
steal my
it's,
papers?
usually
I go
it's
to prison for that?
execution. Yeah, it's prison for a
there's-
little bit and then execution.
A whole town just got burned up. What if somebody's
Yeah.
papers got burned?
What if my
It's
papers got
prison.
burned?
Prison and execution.
Iso kind of sucks some big old
That's,
butts.
that's not very good.
Wow, your place is bullshit.
So
Not
see, I
nice.
can tell that you're not from ISO because that's the way it works here, okay? It's simple. You protect your
Got it.
papers at all times.
Okay. All right. Okay. I understand. Can I see your papers one more time so I know what I'm looking for? I don't
No,
want to
you're
get
gonna
fucked up.
destroy them. You're gonna
Why would I
rip them out of my
destroy-
hands and you're gonna destroy my paper, and that's gonna get me killed. Okay? So
That would
no.
actually get you killed?
Well, I'd go to prison until I could find a group of people to vouch for me for being who I am, and then I'd have to go to
so
court.
we can
and
have
prove-
people vouch for us. So there is another way.
There is another way, but you guys are not from
Okay.
ISO.
You know what? Now take me to prison. Let's do it.
No, no,
wanna go
we're
to-
not
And like
going
so
to
to like
prison.
start to take a
No.
step, and I just assume Slump stops me.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
as soon as you go to make a step, all those crossbows get raised again.
You know what? Maybe we'll just go this way. Is there a town this way?
Yeah, you're in Halen now. So I guess just kind of
Hey, are these guys as Gestapo-esque as you guys?
Yeah, what's the paper situation?
What's that like?
Well, I don't think they have papers there. I've never had a writ of passage into Halen, but from what I hear, it's a whole bunch of happy-go-lucky, help your buddy, help yourself kind of weird.
It's kind of like, hey, land.
Yeah,
like-
a little bit like that.
That was a
Okay.
good joke.
Okay, great. Sounds good. I kind of want to look at I'll look at Slump and I'll say, do you want to know why they're called Warforged?
Why?
Because they don't have any hearts.
Hey, I heard that.
And I'll turn around and I'll start walking towards the town.
Okay, bye. Try be nicer next time, please.
Yeah.
So did you tell us to be nicer?
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, big
Sorry
time.
for yelling.
Got
Big
it.
time dickhead.
Yep.
Big time dickhead.
Understood. I'm just gonna remember these faces.
Oh.
All right.
Yes.
So,
They're just
I have a
standing there
question.
like
I have a
motionless
question. Did you
watching
think
you guys.
this portion of the campaign was going to be any different? Like real talk.
This is going about how I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
going
thought we
about
were
how
going
I
to die
thought.
right away. Suddenly we have to fight 300 guys. Oh, jeez.
So, quick question.
Yep.
The mechanics of this world, I know it's 5e based very,
Yep.
very loosely.
Yep.
How do death saves work over here? Is it the old mechanics where you
oh God.
I like that we're already on this.
Yeah, death saves are the same kind of deal. Three you roll d20s, 3 saves you're okay, 3 fails you're dead forever. And yeah, 10 or above saves, or 1 to 10 fails, 10 above saves.
Gotcha. I'm just like I'm making like a custom character sheet for
Okay.
because I never had one for the last one, and I'm just trying to figure out like what I'm gonna delete and what I'm not gonna delete and shit.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you saw the link to your D&D Beyond thing.
What?
There's a link on your character sheet. I created your character in D&D Beyond, and there's a link to him on your character
What
sheet.
the? No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
What the fuck is?
Yeah.
I've spent all day.
Oh,
Oh yeah, no, dude, I spent like 13 hours making these character sheets for you guys. I made you all in D&D Beyond, and then I custom tailored you all and brought over the abilities and built them for our game.
How do you have time to do anything?
I am
have been
so
working.
upset.
Yeah, I've been
Christ.
working about 13, 14-hour days for a
It's
couple
true.
weeks now. So
It's
it's been.
true.
I am
Yeah.
so fucking upset. Like I'm sitting
Take
here
a
like
nap. Take a
you
nap.
know. I'm over here like doing this. I'm like, man, this looks so good. 2 seconds, I look at this. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I wanted you guys to have the Mar character sheets for ease of use, and then the D&D Beyond character sheets if you wanted those.
I'm genuinely upset right now. Can I write stuff in here too? Like,
It's edit only, or it's view only. I don't know how to give you guys edit properties, so just make any notes that you want to change, and I'll make them for you on the.
I was gonna say, just give me a fucking box where I can just add notes and count me in. You know?
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's
I'm so upset right now. I'm so
yeah, man.
delete, do not save Photoshop. Thank you. Yeah, just fuck off.
That's how I'm gonna. When you guys level up, I'm gonna keep your health like leveling up in D&D Beyond. That's how I'm gonna keep track of your in-world, in D&D, in 5e kind of stats. It's gonna be great. And that's why when you can Galdric with your kind of unique Galdric ability, that's going to improve as your character improves and you unlock more spell slots and spell tiers.
Unique Galdric.
I got a system, guys. I got a huge system planned for this.
I appreciate you and your time, but fuck
Look at the size of that system.
Now you can't say S's? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm Yerk shopping it. I'm Yerk shopping the yoist.
Not every word starts with a soft J.
Wine yacht.
Tough one.
Okay, yeah, so you guys are on the other side of the barrier and they're all kind of going about some of them are going about their business. The majority still have all their crossbows trained on you.
If I had like a pen or like a grease pen or any fucking writing utensil,
yeah,
I'm gonna go for it. Does it become like a quill or like charcoal or whatever?
Yeah, you've got charcoal and paper.
Dope.
Parchment.
I'm gonna sign. Wait, what was it? Yake? Yeah. So spelled properly.
Yeah.
Jake. Amazing. And just scrawl it across one of the titty playing cards and just sort of like very like shitty ghetto gambit style, like with no finesse, just like yeet that shit across at them like in a little autograph card, and I'll just turn and walk away with the rest of the group.
Papers.
All right, I gotta roll.
Uh-oh. Is he gonna try and catch it?
He tries to to catch it. He super catches it, and his hand heats up and he incinerates it.
That would have been worth something if you yapped it.
Oh my god.
I can't.
I fucking love
I can't take myself seriously.
I love that. I love the surprise soft J's.
It's very good.
Okay.
Well, maybe let's just step lightly and keep an eye out as we go. Avoid big groups while we're trying to figure things out. Okay, I'm gonna start walking.
Okay, which direction do you guys go? There's no road. Like this path ends. It's just a couple.
I'd say whatever direction they said that the town was in. What was the town called? The nearest one, or did we even find out the name of it?
You guys never found out. You guys asked and then immediately were sassy and never got the answer.
Hey, what was the name of that town again?
They're just silently staring at you.
Come on! I'm trying to leave.
Well,
I'm just gonna stay here.
No, please don't. Please leave.
I'm just gonna stay here.
I would really appreciate it if you left.
I will swear to God, I will bust out my ultimate weapon on you if you do not tell me the name of the place.
Well, judging by how easy it was to push you around, I feel like your ultimate weapon's not all that scary.
I look at Slump, and I look at him, and I go, "Baby shark, do do do."
Okay, so what you're gonna want to do is head directly south until you get to the town of Rena. Okay, just go south until you hit Rena, and please leave. Please get away from the barrier.
As Galdric is doing this, Slump is looking at the robot guy, and as Galdric is singing, his smile goes wider and wider and wider until you see all of the muscles in his jaw flex, and you can tell he's biting down as hard as he can. Hear his jaw joints crack as he's just like crunching as hard as he can, just staring with those crazy wide eyes right at the guy.
Thank you. Go in peace. Bye.
I assume the rest of the party got the name, and I'll stop singing big. Thanks. I'm really sorry we got off to the wrong foot. I hope the next time we meet, it's under better circumstances.
It probably won't.
Okay. Well, hopefully you're still alive the next time we meet. If not, that would be a real darn shame. And I start walking away.
Okay, you guys start walking away.
Do you think they have sarcasm in ISO?
They don't have souls.
I don't know.
That's for
They
sure.
seemed a little stiff.
Ah,
Oh my god.
Oh wait. They seemed a little.
Don't say yif. Don't say it. I will
Wooden.
slap you. I have
Wooden is
slap
also very good.
I got yolks.
That one works.
I want to get up. I want to show him my crossbow, and I want to look at him. And, I still have it.
I guess I misspoke earlier. I don't drive a wand. I have a dagger. Yeah.
You can change it. Like that was just for like starting kind of. If you want it to be a wand, it can be a
seems
wand.
more versatile. That's
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
I'll pull the little dagger. I'll keep the sort of scraggly look to it. It looks like hand hammered and like kind of bent and fucky. And I just sort of like brandish it at you, and then like wiggle the fingers on my left hand like I'm ready for you to do something.
What are you doing?
It's
I
the
assume
thing.
I
You
assume
do
we're
the
walking and talking right now.
Yeah.
you do the wiggle, and I go, oh, whoom, and make the shield. It's like a yoke. We've done it like 18 times.
What?
Okay,
Slap-
never mind. Let's walk then.
Yeah, Slump is just gonna walk between them and just keep walking towards the village.
I like get a little too lazy to walk, and I just like grab onto like the back of Slump's shirt and just like stop
Get dragged.
moving, and I just get dragged.
Slump just continues like he doesn't even notice.
Yep. Okay, so you guys. Yep.
Is south directly along the borderline?
South
Like-
is the direction you're going, actually.
But I mean, like, this way? Is it this way?
Nope.
Oh, I see. Going.
Yeah.
Go.
Left to right is south.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine then. We don't have to keep a close eye on that barrier thing.
No, yeah. It is exact opposite direction of the barrier.
Cool.
I just don't have any more map, so that's as far
No,
as the
that's
map
great.
goes.
Fine.
So you guys start heading south through the forest, and it's much quieter here. The dragon is long gone. At the rate it was going, and how long you guys have spent kind of talking to
Jerk faces.
jerk faces, the dragon-seeking militia of Izo. That dragon is like you. There's no way to track them. But you guys just keep heading south, and eventually you kind of come through some of the tree line to small clearings. Let's see, and you find a road. And the road kind of continues, no longer in a direct southerly direction. It kind of turns off to the side, but you just kind of follow the road. It's very obviously a well used road. The road takes you past a... Oh, yep.
Now, guys, do you think it's safe to be on a road? That seems to be a very visible sort of place to be. We're definitely going to run into folks. Do we want to take the road, or do we want to kind of weave around some trees and be a little sneakier?
Yeah, Slump thinks weaving is probably a good idea.
The whole time Jake is like his cowl or his like cloak shit is too long, and he's in like shitty silver curly toed shoes. Like this is not outdoorsy. So I'm always having to like pull up this like bottom of my pants, and they're all wet. Pull up my cape, like road, please.
I want Slump to like break a branch off of a tree and give it to him and say,
Just walk real slow and look vulnerable. And then if anyone tries to sneak out and do something, we pop out and Slump will crack their head open and drink the insides.
Gross. Okay.
Is there coverage slightly off the road?
Yep, just a little off the road. There's trees again, so you can kind of walk along the trees.
Okay, be safe.
So the plan is Jake walks on the road and the rest of you kind of walk along in the trees?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are kind of walking along in the tree line, and Jake, as you're walking along the road,
Humming Baby Shark is stuck in my head.
that was cruel. That was a cruel maneuver.
Slump is almost skipping along, going,
Yeah, ye, yark, yark, you, yeah, ye, yark, you,
Oh my god.
That's a good tune, buddy.
The road takes you past a few sleepy villages. Very, very small. Not more than half a dozen homes, maybe a dozen homes at the most.
That's more our speed.
oh no, wait, hold on. No. Oh, when I'm not giving you an opportunity to skip over this RP. I want Slump to hammer fist one of the doors down on one of the houses.
Ah, rats.
Quiet looking Hobbit house. I want Slump to hammer fist the door down.
All
Knock,
right.
knock on board.
Roll
Go,
plus
yep.
strength.
Ah,
Yeah, you just fucking collapse the entire door. Like you walk up to it, you hammer fist it, and the entire fucking door just crashes down.
Okay.
And there's nobody inside.
Oh. Yeah, are there any like fires lit or anything like that, or like lanterns?
There's a fire lit inside, and I guess through like the outside window you can see like there's a field out back, and there's a couple farmers working out in the field.
Oh, Slump, what did y'all know?
I want Slump to like look for like some bread or some cheese or something like that, and just stuff it into his little bag on his back, and just walk back out the front door.
Okay.
Did you loot that house? Did you burglarize that house?
They weren't eating it.
And
Currently.
fucking Slump Skyrims this house. Just walks inside, opens the doors, looks in the fucking cabinets, and grabs 2 fucking bread rolls and a wheel of cheese.
Fuck yeah.
I'd like to imagine that I still haven't let go of. I'm just still being dragged.
Yeah, this is all one-handed for Slump.
Yeah, so I guess just keep on heading over towards the village.
Can I fix the door, kind of?
Yeah, sure. Roll dexterity.
That's nothing. Oh no, I
you
made
break
it
it worse.
so much worse. Yeah.
You break the door way
I
worse.
try to lift it up, I think. Yeah. And then I try and smush it into place, and I just snap the hinges right off.
Exactly.
It's kinda
That's
dead.
exactly what I was gonna say. Like you try to line it up, and you snap the hinge off the door, so like it can't even be fixed with a pin anymore.
You
Did you hear the
lift
fire?
the door in a different direction accidentally, and you hear wow as you accidentally drop the door on the house cat and kill it.
Oh my god.
Yes.
We gotta restart. Let's just wipe this file. It's going poorly. We gotta restart this.
Let's just retcon the whole thing. Yes, sir. Here are my papers.
That's gonna go the same way. The answer is no, I'm sorry, I don't have any papers. Can you help me? Anyways, as you guys like leave, you see the farmers out in the field. Like they kind of wave as you go by, and they kind of tip their hats.
Hello.
Slump just
Hey.
sticks up his middle finger.
That's nice, greeting, you know.
They kind of look at the rest of you and they're like, "Oh, we get it."
How did they greet us back? Like, do they wave like humans wave, or
Yep.
do they do something weird?
No, they wave like humans wave, like big looping waves, because they're kind of a ways off in the field.
I will return their big loopy wave.
Okay, and after having successfully fucking Zelda'd their fucking house pots and taken their rupees and their food, you guys come past another small village, and you come past a couple of these. And as you go, Jake, on the road, you even see like a cart comes down the road from behind you, and it's just kind of
pulled by.
It's being pulled by a donkey, so I guess a weird small gray penguin.
Yeah, I'll wait till they sort of like come up beside me, and then I'll greet them.
Yeah, they just kind of tip their hat at you, and they got like a big wheat straw sticking out of their mouth, and they just kind of tip their hat at you, and they're just planning on keeping on going.
Okay.
And yeah, you see like there are ruts in the road where they kind of ride these horse and carts, and you make your way past a couple more villages, and some of them don't have fields, some of them have herds of cows, which you recognize, and sheep, which I don't think you recognize. what do you see these sheep? You see this guy with this like cane, and he's kind of like herding sheep across the road. He's like, oh, sorry, just I gotta get this, gotta get these across the road. So I'm just moving them from pasture to pasture. Just 1 sec, they'll be across the road.
What lovely creatures.
Oh, you mean, the sheep?
Sheep. Yes, the sheep. They're lovely.
Yes, sheep.
You guys are being a little weird about their sheep.
Are they
No, I know. I'm just saying.
subspecies of the penguins?
No,
No,
they're not.
idiot, they're a species of pancake, right?
Yeah, I just rubbing my head like, oh my god, this is gonna be too much fun.
I'm sorry. Did you say these are
Is this
related to
your only
pancakes?
kind of pancake?
These are.
Why
not-
are you taking your pancakes? Where are you taking your pancakes?
No, the pancakes
sheep?
are too small. It is squirrels.
Oh.
Fuck, penguins. Sorry, penguin. Damn it.
These are not penguins or pancakes. One of those is a weird animal. One of those is food. These are sheep, actually. These are like animals.
Hey, what's the big flying dog? Big flying dog in the air.
Oh, you mean the dragon?
That's
No.
a
Dragon that came.
We've already established that that's called a dragon.
What's this word dragon? What's a potato?
Oh boy.
You know what a potato is.
What's a
You're
potato?
a fucking potato.
Yeah, just gotta
why
get
is-
these sheep across the road.
Why are the people on the across the blue wall real mean?
Oh, the people from ISO.
What does this
Oh,
guy look
man.
like who we're talking
Oh,
to?
this
by
guy,
the way?
it looks kind of like a Raggedy Farm. He's got kind of like the denim suspender overalls kind of thing. Real baggy, all ratty and kind of torn up and covered in mud. He's got like a white burlap shirt on under that, and he's got a big straw hat on. And he's got it's like a cane that he's using, but it's really just a big piece of wood.
Okay, but doesn't look like a hipster Macintosh like the metal guys across the board.
Oh no, this guy looks like this guy's just a fucking farmer.
Okay.
Yep. And yeah, he's like, oh yeah, the people from ISO, they're a little intense. Hey, they can't come over here in Halen, so just don't go near the barrier.
Why are they like that though?
Yeah, why are they like that?
I don't really know. I've never been over never been over in ISO. I think maybe they're born that way. Maybe they make him that way. I don't know.
Can they not
Maybe.
walk through the barrier?
Oh, they can, but then they get in big trouble.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's illegal to cross the barrier from.
Okay, yeah, I get it. It's illegal. Why is it illegal?
It's the law. It's illegal.
It's a law. Got it. Okay,
It's
so you're
the-
no help whatsoever at all.
It's
Got
the
it.
law. Like it's just.
Yeah. No, I get
And
it.
everyone's
You're not
the
any
law.
help at all. No,
It's
yeah,
illegal.
thanks. It's illegal. Do we know why it's illegal?
It's
Do we have any background here at all? You guys just hate each other?
no. We don't hate it. Well, I could never hate anyone.
So then why is it okay? So then why is it law?
Because the big wigs
Because-
over in Rena said it was law.
Big wigs in Rena.
Yeah, big capital city. They make all the laws there. They said it's
what do they
illegal.
call? What's the head person called in
Switzerland. You got it. That's called Switzerland.
Switzer
Yeah.
hippie.
It's
Switzer Shambhala. Switzer
Switzer
Shambhala.
Shambhala.
Yeah.
What's the leader in Hayland?
Yeah. What is it? What is he called? Prime
How did you
Minister
get Switzer
King,
Shambhala from
Lord.
England?
Close.
Switzer Shambhala is actually the village you're in right now. This is Switzer Shambhala right here.
Switzer
I'm-
Shambhala.
Oh my God!
Oh.
You're reading the sign right here, and I want
Yeah.
to point to a sign that says Switzer Shambhala.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm the elder of Switzer Shambhala.
I look so proud in this moment, and I want to I want to climb up slump, right? I want to put one hand in either fucking one cheek. You learned how to read.
Yeah, no,
Slump says-
that's me. I'm the elder of Switzer Shambhala, and yeah, no, they make the laws over in Rena.
How fortunate to meet you. This is wonderful. What's your name, if we can ask?
My name's Shappy. My full name is Shapulend von Musselheim, Dexter Vanderbon the fourth,
Slump
but
gra-
most
slump
people just
grabs
call
the
me
bat.
Shappy.
You can see me typing.
Slump.
You're doing this on purpose, I feel like.
Slump slams his pickaxe through the guy's face.
You actually want to attack him?
No.
Okay.
No.
Turn him into sheep animal food.
Slump says,
Well, we were hiking, and we actually come from Kirby Land.
Kirby Land.
Yeah.
Is that one of the?
Kobolds.
Is that another one of the villages? What village are you from? Like, where's that? Where is that?
Kirby Land. It's across. It's
From-
across last. It's across Lasteel River.
All right, last
Down
river, man.
Last deal. Galdrick
Yeah.
looks at chat and just fucking sighs.
The thing about the last eel is that it's so long and so thick. The river. It's a river.
Yeah, okay. Got it. Uh-huh. Well, okay, well, I mean, hey, where are your ribbons?
Penguin ate it.
Penguin ate it. Are there penguins over in Kirbyland?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
We saw like 300 men with their penguins.
300
Yep.
men with their penguins.
On the other side of the border, yeah.
Is that, wait, on the other side of the border?
Yeah.
Were you guys over in Izo?
Only
No.
accidentally.
Wait, are you from Izo?
No.
No,
Fuck those guys.
hey,
Those guys
no,
are
it's okay.
stupid.
I agree. Don't, no, if you're a refugee from Izo, hey, you're all welcome here. Just head to Rena. No
Okay,
problem.
Head to Rena.
That's
okay.
no. We've seen our fair share of people running away from Izo. Don't worry. No one's gonna lock you up or execute you here. Just explain. You know, when you see people, you're refugees from Izo, and you're looking to get sorted.
Hey, I have a question
Sounds
about,
risky. I'm into it.
I have a question about your laws.
Yeah.
So you said it is illegal to go over the shimmery wall
Yeah.
border thing.
Yeah.
What is the penalty for if I were to trip, oopsie, now I'm on this side?
Well, I mean, if you were on our side and you tripped and fell onto Izo's side, I don't know, they'd probably pull your skin off and eat you. I don't really know what to do over there.
Oh God.
And I guess if you are from Izo and you trip and stumble over on this side, I guess the guard will probably come pick you up and ask you what you're doing. And if it was a little whoopsie daisy, they send you on your way. And if it was, in your case where you're refugees, they take you to the sorting house.
What
To the
if Slump
sorting
were to
house.
come across the border from Izo with the pure intent to destroy all men and hear the lamenting of their women?
Well, then the guard would probably kill you. Oh man, that would be a bummer.
Alright.
That would
Slump
be.
was wondering if you
Yeah.
believed in corporal punishment.
Well, I mean, just the guard will defend us. I hate it. I gotta close my eyes every time they do that.
Oh, okay.
It's awful. I mean, it doesn't happen very often.
So,
the-
So what's your leader called? Is he the king, prime minister, lordship?
Oh,
The wig.
the leader of Rena, kind of.
Yeah,
Oh, her
yeah.
name is Ula.
Ula.
Ula Cotlins.
Oblongata?
Ula, no, that's a bad
Ula,
joke. Ula,
Ula Aid, like we put remember Miss Teeny, remember Teeny Top Ula Aid, get it like the
no,
like the drink.
it's like Ula Cotlins.
Okay.
Scotland?
Ula Cotlins. Yeah, she's
Okay.
she's the leader over here in Hayland.
What is she called? What's her title?
I mean, most just call her the mistress.
The mistress. Okay.
Mistress.
Some people call her the healing hand.
Ooh, ew, getting weird
Sounds a
now.
little naughty. All right.
Sounds nice.
You have to charge extra to
Oh, I get it, like a sex thing.
Ew.
Prostitutes.
No, I don't think she does the
Your
sex
leader's
stuff.
a
but-
whore.
Okay.
oh well, that's a little bit mean, but hey, if she is, I mean, I guess that's
Good for her.
for
Good
her to
Nothing
decide.
Nothing wrong
Really.
with being a free spirit.
Living
That's
her
what my
best
mom
life.
always
Yeah,
said.
absolutely. Good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, no, that's
All
Ula.
right.
She's helping to make the laws. She was the one who, I mean, I can only imagine she's the one who decided the laws about the barriers and all that. But I mean,
but why
what do I care? I have no idea why. I mean, I assume to keep the people from Izo and Ibav out of our nation.
Izo and Ibav?
Ibav? Yeah, that's the other place. They're like way off in the east.
Do you have a town here called Youch?
Youch. We've got a Yacht. I think there's a yacht that's kind of nearby. Yeah,
that'll do.
So you mentioned ribbons earlier.
Oh yeah. You'll get that at the sorting house, don't you? Or the sorting hall. Sorry, I think it's been so long. Yeah, sorting hall. You'll get your ribbon there.
Sorting hall.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about that? Is there like a hat involved?
Well, I mean, there's kind of, you get one of these and he holds up his hand and he's got like this kind of very thin gold ribbon tied around his right wrist. He says, you get one of these, if you're a helping hand, you get one of these. And if you're in need of help, you get a silver one.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll go to this place then.
Yeah, no, don't worry. It's going to be way better here than it was.
Where are we going again?
Going to Rena. Going to Rena.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I said.
Hey, for someone from Izo, your manners are immaculate. Can I just say? Can I just say your manners are just spectacular. You are the most pleasant people I've met from Izo, I think, ever.
I'm not from Izo, but I mean, it's still nice to hear. I try.
Well, I appreciate that.
Unlike those people over there, you know what I mean?
They're quite rude most of the time.
Very rude.
Can you tell us anything about Ula?
Ula? I mean, I've never met her.
We've never been here. Do you follow any customs or what's rude here? What's polite here?
Well, violence is pretty bad.
Okay.
Wouldn't suggest none of the violence. Also, shame and guilt, not a big thing here. Try not to yuck anyone else's yum, kind of deal here. What
the fuck does that mean?
If you see something that you think is yucky, that they think is yummy, maybe just you don't say yuck out loud.
Okay.
That's about it.
I look at Jake. You're not allowed to talk when we're there.
So that means, well, then Slump's way of selling a single.
Something's happening.
It's for us to pull down our pants and squish our penises together as hard as we can. Really, really hard. That's how you say you can't yuck my yum.
I mean, if that's your thing, you can do that.
No, you and me. That's my
no,
thing.
I'm not. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Excuse me, do not yuck his yum.
Oh no, that's totally. That's not yucky at all. But it's also definitely not for me.
It's a greeting.
Then you can go ahead and squish your penis in front of me, and I will respect your strange custom.
Why would you let Slump do that? Don't let Slump do that.
Just if that's your thing, you just go ahead and do that. But maybe do ask for consent before you go whipping out your penis and squishing it in front of people. That seems like the kind of thing you want a bit of consent for before you do.
Weird brothers. They're so weird.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Anything I can do. Boy, that's a weird way of greeting over an Izo. That's a weird thing to do.
Well, you should see it with their big wooden penises. There's not a lot of squishing.
If you ever see a wooden boy from Izo, you make sure to greet them like that.
If they're in a hurry, you can skip the squish and just tap the tips.
Okay, well, that's great. That's a weird place over in Izo, but hey, I ain't about to yuck it, but I don't think it's quite for me. I'll just stick to my sheep herding.
Galdrick is just completely silent. He just murmurs, "I miss Kirby."
Oh no, it's okay. You can greet your sheep every morning. You do not have to go to Izo to do it.
All right. I mean, I don't think I'm going to squeeze my penis in front of my sheep. I don't think I'm going to do that here. But, you know, I guess now if I see people coming over from the barrier, squeezing their dicks in front of my sheep, I'll know what it is.
That is disgusting. Do not see dicks.
Okay, I'm sorry. If I see them giving a hearty squeeze to their panisia, I'll understand what's going on.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Boy, well, I mean, yeah. So get the guard's probably gonna be looking for you if you're from. Wait, you said you're not from Izo?
Well, you know,
from Kirbyland.
bit of column A, bit of column
Oh, you're
B.
from. Okay, yeah, that's right. You're from. Wait, you're from Hayland?
Kirbyland.
Yeah, Kirbyland, like here in the nation.
No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not in.
Probably
it's
not
in
the same
nation.
place. It's probably not
Yeah,
the
it's
same
not.
place.
It's not in
It's probably
Hayland,
not the
no.
same place.
Well,
No,
where?
it's not
You
in
gotta
Hayland.
go.
Yeah. Carl's the
Yeah.
mayor over there.
Yep, Carl. Carl.
Sorry, not
mayor.
Carl. I try to think of like
Kirbyland.
something like a little bit more high fantasy. Carla.
Carla.
Oh,
Carla
okay.
is in charge.
Carla. Okay, no, but I'm saying, like, is it in this province? Is it in the province of Hayland, or is it in the province of Izo?
You know,
What's
there's
the
more than
province?
just the two provinces. Yes.
Yeah, there's Ibov too. Are you from Ibov?
Yes. Hello.
Oh, my
we are from
goodness.
Kirbyland above. Yes.
I've never
like
met
that.
anyone
That
from
sounds good.
Ibov.
Now
That's
you have.
Oh, please,
Obviously. One
please
in
to
a- one in
squish
a
your
million.
penis.
oh boy, that's. Well, I'm not actually gonna let you squish my penis, but I appreciate the
You know,
sentiment.
Of course not. No,
You ever
listen.
see-
The
you ever
greeting
seen,
is only consensual. The greeting is only consensual.
Have you
Gotcha.
ever seen the
Would you like to squish
the
your penis
whitest
with
kids
me?
you ever know? Where he's like does the slow jerk.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm essentially doing the slow jerk, but with squeezing motions instead with the creepy looking eyes.
God. I appreciate the offer. No, thank you. And wow, from Ibov, I've got so many questions. Hey, how do you guys deal with all the fog over there?
We just squint really hard.
Torches.
Dehumidifiers in the home.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's fast. Does it make it hard to breathe? Is it poison?
No.
No.
It's
No.
actually an
Not
aphrodisiac.
really.
That's why we repopulate so well.
That's wow. Oh, gotcha. Okay, well, that's fantastic.
Well, that and also penis squishing.
Hey, what's the main
Yes,
city?
yeah.
What's the capital city over there? I've never been there. I don't know.
We rotate it.
Bob? Yeah, it's rotated. It's
You
voted in.
rotate
Yeah.
your capital city?
Yeah,
we
give everybody
try to
a
make sure
chance.
nobody feels too left
Oh
out.
my
Yeah.
goodness, that's so smart. We should start doing that.
You
Yep.
have to
should.
keep
You
it
should.
fresh.
I could be the leader of all of Hayland if it rotated over to Switzer Shambhala.
You already forgot, didn't you?
No, it's right there on the sign.
sign
Switzer
is- yeah.
Shambhala.
Switzer shampoo. Oh.
Switzer Shambhala. And then I, as the elder of Switzer Shambhala, I'd be the elder of the whole province. Man, could you imagine me? And he kind of like puts his hands on his hips, kind of like looks up. He's like, "Could you imagine me, leader of the
Very
whole
regal.
province?"
Could see you as a statue, no problem.
Well, that'd be just fantastic. I'll bring that up at the next town meeting. Maybe we'll draft a paper and send it over to Rena when we make our next delivery.
Well, we're headed there if you want to send any paperwork.
No, I gotta talk to all the people in town,
That's fair.
all 5 of them.
Is it just like straight on this away? Keep on this road?
I keep on
or-
the main road. Little roads kind of come in from the sides. That's people, peddling their wares over to Rena. Just stay on the main road.
We've had a perilous time so far. Is it safe here?
In Hayland, yeah, it's safe.
All right.
I mean, pretty safe. It's a little dangerous sometimes. It's one or two dangers.
Oh, tell
I mean,
me
as
about
long
the
as
dangers.
you're only out from the hours of midday to early evening, then it's deadly.
Why?
As long as you're also not ever looking directly up or straight forward, because then it is horrifically dangerous at all times. And don't walk with one foot in front of the other, or that's just basically death.
Lou had been writing it down, but now she's looking up and squinting.
I'm just joking.
Fair.
It's fine. It's perfectly safe here. Don't worry about it.
All Oh, I have limited parchment.
Oh, we shouldn't have been writing that down. No. It's perfectly safe. Every now and then, a monster. Every now and
I
then.
want Slump to reach forward and just crush his hand. Just like squish the whole thing. Yep.
All right, roll.
I'm serious. Yep.
Roll
Okay,
plus
time to
strength.
leave. Bye.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's not quite as easy as you expect. It's not as easy you expect, and he kind of fights you a little bit.
Oh my god, this is horrible.
Pretty gross, pretty gross.
No, please. Oh my god.
And eventually you just kind
Save
of
me
crushing
from
harder.
myself.
Oh
yeah,
god,
you,
yuck,
you,
man.
you break a lot of that hand and he runs away back home.
Gonna heal him.
Slum says,
That's what he gets for being rude to Slum's friends. All right, let's go to Rena.
I hope he doesn't send a pigeon or something to let them know. I guess
Hard
let's
time
just
with
not
that
say
hand.
we're not from above. Let's not say that we're from above, because that's where
Yes.
he thinks we're from.
Yes. We're refugees from Izo, and we're looking for our papers.
Okay,
Slump thinks
yeah,
that's the best
Ruby.
bet because we do need to get our papers for that because if we want to go and find the big flying dog, we're going to need to go back there anyways. The only way we're going to get there is with papers. So we'll say that we're refugees from Izo, even though he thinks we're from Blorken.
There we go. Okay,
I like
maybe
it.
we'll just buy new hats just to be sure.
Sure.
Okay.
No.
No,
Okay.
keep that hat.
I mean,
All right.
you guys can have a hat. I've got a style thing going. It's new and I like it.
I like the shoes, by the way.
I mean, they're really nice, but they're not super practical. So, I mean, give a little, take a little, yeah.
Maybe you could cast a spell on them to make them waterproof and stuff.
I have magic weapon. Can I make magic shoes?
Oh shit! You could make your shoes your magic weapon if you wanted.
I take
Karate
my
wizard kicks.
my beat. Oh my god! I have my fucking karate bandana.
You sure do. That absolutely survived. You have you are absolutely still a karate wizard. That's why I gave you a little bit more dexterity.
Yes. I'm gonna say I forgot about it. We're gonna stick with that. And it says non-magical weapon. Do you care if I do shoes?
Nah, shoes are definitely a non-magical weapon.
Boom. I am. I'll I guess spin my dagger a little bit as if. Ooh, can it have a little hole?
Oh yeah,
in one of the cross guards, so it's
Yeah.
like a pistol, so I can still spin it around. Fuck
absolutely.
Yeah. So I'll do the same garbage that I used to do, but it's just a janky little dagger. And
I like to
I'll
think
cast
that it's
magic
got
up it on my shoes.
I think it's got a hole in the middle of the cross piece and on either side of the cross piece. And you can kind of flip it and catch it in the different holes in the different parts of the cross piece.
It's kind of like a fidget spinner.
Kind of like a fidget spinner.
Wait, what is this? Is your fucking wand?
Dagger.
Or your dagger?
Dagger.
Got it.
It's a fucking casting focus. It's a piece of shit that I cast magic with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do that, and your weapons or your boots are now magical weapons.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
I sort of just do a jump kick, and a bunch of mud flips off my shoe, and it flies really far.
Yeah. roll plus dexterity.
God.
Don't fall.
I have my magic peanut butter knife. Can they just be one thing, or do I have two knives? Because it made me do
there's
dope ninja shit.
Yeah, no, you have to use the peanut butter knife.
Okay, I'm not gonna use a peanut butter knife. It's different knife.
Different knife. Oh my god. Fucking Count Dracula does this fucking
Count Yakula.
Count Yakula does this Jackie Chan does this Jackie Chan fucking flipping, spinning backwards bicycle kick, and all the mud goes flying off his boots. And when he lands, none of the mud sticks.
Does the magic get on any of the rest of the party?
No, it's like a perfect dive. There's no splash.
Wow.
Hey, 10 out of 10.
Very impressive.
It's like a joke, as if you would make a dive and it did not make a big splash, so it's like I did not splash. So that is the yoke. That is the yoke. And I'm gonna start like jogging a little bit. Sort of. Am I like lighter on top of the mud, or is that how it's?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I'll just sort of
Awesome, I
like
love that.
prance run ahead.
Okay. And as you continue walking along the road,
I want to keep my eyes out, by the way, just a note for the DM. I want to keep my eyes out for nodes, like weoms. That is a joke that one person, literally one person will understand. I want to keep my eye open for weoms as we're going along.
Roll plus wisdom. Roll plus double wisdom, like roll plus double your wisdom score.
Oh, great. That's 0.
Okay, so double your 0.
Oh my god.
Like a comical video game, there is a chunk of rock sticking out of the ground with obvious big lumps of copper sticking out of it.
Fuck yeah. Like as we're walking without saying anything to the party, I imagine we're sort of walking along like I imagine this sort of being like Elwyn Forest or like the Shire that we're walking through sun and birds. And, we're walking along just sort of enjoying nature, and then I just want to hear ting ting. Slump has pulled out Antaeus and is just like heaving his whole body, hitting this fucking vein as hard as he can.
Absolutely, man. I'm just kind of carrying that roll forward, like you just fucking wail on this weom, and sure enough, you pull out like I'll say like a half a pound of copper.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. And Slump will just like tuck it into his pouch and just carry on.
Okay. Awesome. And you guys continue on. And as you continue on, you start to see the trees break. There's no more trees around the road. The road just kind of enters into this large green space. The grass is nice and neat, and there's no trees. And there's maybe 400 meters more of road until you see the city, which is very, very large. You see on the outskirts of the city are kind of well-made wooden houses, stone buildings. You see some temporary storefronts, and rising out of the middle of the city is a multi-tiered white stone tower. And this tower is a little strange. When I say multi-tiered, I don't mean like a single tower with a bunch of levels. It's layered like large rectangular towers layered up against each other. So it's like there's a 4-story tall tower leaning up against a 7-story tall tower.
Yeah,
leaning up against a 10-story. So it's like layered armor of towers around the center tower. And that center tower is massive. Way, way, way taller than the rest. Its base is well protected from the kind of tower armor at the bottom, but the top is all by itself. And this is absolutely what kind of people have been describing to you as the city of Rena. And as you guys walk to the city of Rena, you walk into, the streets on the outskirts of the city. Unfortunately, I don't have a map for this because Roll20 wouldn't let me have the map, but that's okay. We can try really quick to throw it up.
Here, I threw it up.
Okay,
It'll be
perfect.
like Pictionary. We all draw, and you describe it, and you tell us how close we are.
I can just start to. So it's got this city, this building, and then it's got this other building. Oh, I can't even open the email.
What's up, Macaulay, for me?
Oh.
What?
No, it's.
Oh, building.
It's
Yeah.
the yo.
It's been a
He said
while.
building.
Oh my god. Yeah, no dice, not working.
Oh well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Just describe it.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly. I mean, it's just a big city. It's got
Totally like Stormwind kind of.
It's kind of like Stormwind, except it's more kind of like smaller buildings on the outskirts and like literally temporary storefronts. People are bringing their wares in from all outside of the city, from these villages, from these towns, and from these farms. They bring their carts in and they just kind of set up temporary storefronts to peddle their goods. The people who live in the city have more established storefronts, so past these kind of exterior temporary storefronts are the more established storefronts for the people who live in the town, and they sell more kind of refined goods. A lot of the temporary stuff is raw goods straight from the fields. The stuff from the storefronts is more kind of refined goods. And then as you get further and further in, you see some of the actual housing where the people live. You see some of the more kind of administrative type buildings, and until you know further into the city, you see the base of that giant white layered tower. But you guys are on the very outskirts. You guys are still at the temporary shops, and what you see is the people are all very happy and kind of unnaturally helpful. You see old folks being helped across streets. You see blind people having food selected for them at the shops. You see deaf people having language signed to them. And there are tons of people just kind of doing their own thing as well, but there seem to be a disproportionate number of people being assisted. Small groups of children are being led along with ribbons like primary school. Broken carts are being mended on the roadside. And here's the crazy thing. There are fucking monsters everywhere.
What the fuck?
Like you learned that monsters were kind of real back in the White Ink, right? But they weren't really real because they were fabrications. They were familiars. And then, yeah, okay, maybe some of the monsters really were real because they were slump monsters, and those were real monsters. But now they're all dead. So monsters aren't really actually real. But here, there are fucking monsters everywhere. But they don't seem dangerous. These people helping people, they're not all people. There's a giant bird man helping an old lady cross the street. There is a human making sign language to a literal lizard person. There's cat people. There's people with devil horns. One looks like a giant walking turtle. One of them is literally changing skin tones and face shapes as they converse. There are monsters everywhere here, but they look friendly. It's like they're local citizenry. And I was going to make you roll a perception check, but you guys have already seen it. You see the people that are doing the sign languaging, the people that are picking the food. As you look around for it, you see they all have this gold ribbon tied around their right wrist. And the people that are being helped, they all have silver ribbons tied around their wrists. And you guys are at the outskirts of Rena. What would you like to do?
I want to look around for like a not a totally established place, but maybe if there's some place set up where a guy is serving like basically like a food cart, not a full-on noodle shop, but just like a place with a friendly looking barkeep slash barista / you know, innkeeper / whatever.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a couple places. There's the makeshift shops, which are people like raw food. Like there's a guy with like potatoes. Like, hey, want a potato? Come buy a potato. You can eat a potato if you want a potato. Okay. And then there's also like actual shops further into the city. So do you want to go to a potato guy or go find an actual shop in the city?
I'll say find an actual shop. I want to talk to somebody who I feel like has a pretty good idea of the goings-ons of Rena.
Perfect. Then you guys walk into the city and you find yourselves at a shop. You just kind of walk in. It looks like people are eating there. And as you walk in, you see kind of barrels along the side that seem to be tapped for some sort of beverage kind of thing. And then kind of up close to the window, you see rows of flowers. And then you smell it before you see it, and sure enough, there's like a bar serving food and drink up, kind of farther in from where you came in. And then right next to you is literally a guy banging away with a hammer on horseshoes.
In the same
yeah, same as that. So it's like some people are like kind of having a peaceful conversation up at the front. They're like, oh yes, I've got a pang, 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 pang. And suddenly everyone has to start talking about, yes, and then I bought some brand new potatoes. They were very, very nice. And the guy stops hammering like, yeah, and I think they're gonna go great in the stew tonight. Pang, pang, pang. So it's like a swelling volume in here as the guys every now and then just banging away at some horseshoes.
Interesting atmosphere in here.
You guys are in here, and there definitely is like a couple of service people behind the bar.
Do you think it's a seat yourself sort of situation, or do we wait to be seated? I never know.
As you say that, like 2 people kind of push past you and go find some seats.
Oh, okay.
Oh, as these people push past, I want Slump to grab both of them by their collars and like lift them off the ground a foot, turn around, and lower them back behind Lou. Like Lou is kind of pissed, or Slump is kind of pissed off that they elbowed past Lou. So he just, not in a mean way, not in a way that's aggressive or would ruin their clothing, but just lifts them up and places them behind him.
Excuse me, sir. You're kind of blocking the doorway.
Slump turns around and looks at them and then like gestures over his shoulder and says,
See a fire?
I just see some food that I want to eat.
Oh, you a firefighter?
No, not a firefighter.
You a firefighter? You see a fire back there?
Not a firefighter. Just want to go eat some food.
You buying for the rest?
What's the fucking rush? What's the fucking rush?
You buying for the rest of us?
You buying for the rest of us?
You buying for the rest of us?
We're just hungry to buy some food.
No, you buying for the rest of us?
Can you buy for the rest of us?
We're
really hungry. We're really hungry.
A failure.
Oh my God, I haven't eaten in so long.
Oh my God! Put it in my mouth, it will.
Put it in my mouth, please.
Oh my
Right.
God!
I think maybe we'll just go eat somewhere else. Thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
God, that's 2 more seats for us. Okay. Cool.
Oh fuck yeah! See ya, idiots.
Dumbass.
Dumbass.
Sometimes planes change, but really nothing else does.
Yeah, and they go ahead and they leave.
I look at what? I was just yoking.
Hey!
God, kill me.
Trying to, like,
Let me die, please.
How
Let
did
me
you
die.
become the new Kirby? That's what I
Let me die.
I want to sit down at the bar and look at the bartender. Slump now thinks he needs to put on an accent in order to seem more believable as having come from a different place.
Hello there, governor. How's about a spot of the old hair of the dog that bit me?
And it's like this kind of this short fat dwarf who's kind of on like weird short stumpy stilts to get around kind of thing, in order to like be at the appropriate height for the counter. But they're kind of adept at it. Like they kind of like rotate around on the stilts and they can cover a lot of ground pretty quickly. And they've been doing this for a while. So you can see that they're very adept at they take one step and they're already at the drinks, and then one step back and they're putting them on the counter. So they're very adept at what they're doing. The dwarf's like, all right, what can I get for you?
I know. What do you think about a pint of the old warm milk?
A pint of the warm milk, did you say?
A pint of the old warm milk.
All right, one warm milk. How about for the rest of you? What can I get for you?
Did you just order a pint of warm milk?
Yeah, some has a craving for milk. Don't be mean.
Okay, that's fine. You have a lot of bones. It's good for you. Good for you. Stay. Good for you. No, I'm not making
Don't
fun
yuck
of
his
you.
yum.
Why are you being mean? You're being mean.
I'm saying good for you. No, I'm saying good for
Why are
you.
you being mean?
Stop yucking yum.
You can't support.
I'm proud of you.
You can't support Slum when he's just trying to make a decision, make him happy. You
Hell-
freaking jerk.
Hello, small sir on big shoes. I would like a use.
Great. The name's Costly. But small man on the weird shoes also works, but Costly is the name.
Okay.
And so, I'm sorry, I was a little bit too busy being offended by you not knowing and not asking my name. What did you order?
Oh, sorry, Mr. Costly. Could I have a use?
A use.
I look and I mouth to him. Juice.
Oh. I was going
Yes, a use.
All right, I was going to get you a use, which is a very different thing. But if you want a
He was
juice,
kicked in the teeth by a horse as a child.
oh
He never
no!
recovered.
All
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
By a what?
Nothing. I'll have the same.
All right,
Yeah, any
sounds
kind of
perfect to me.
a local juice would be great. I see lots of farm fresh wares outside your city. Do you have something from nearby?
Well, most of the stuff here is from pretty nearby. We don't get a lot of imported goods. Mostly local stuff here. We've got most of the juices here are of course flower juices. And can I?
Why is that, of course? Why is that, of course, then, Governor?
Sorry, your voice sounded a little bit different there for a minute.
Sort of a local accent, it is.
of course.
Kind of dialectical, isn't it, Governor?
All right, yeah, it's sort of dialectical, of course. Yeah, no, so it's all the flowers out front are what we make the juices from.
All right.
And would you care to pick a juice? Well, I mean a flower. You just go over there, grab a flower, and we'll make a juice for you.
Ooh.
There's like white flowers with little pink buds. There's purple and orange flowers. There's bright red flowers with green leaves. There's kind of purple and pink smattered flowers. There's orange flowers with kind of red centers. There's all sorts of flowers in there.
Costly. Do they have different effects?
I mean, mostly they're all just juice. Some are spicy, some are sweet, some are savory, but they're mostly same effect of getting you hydrated, which is very important.
Excellent. Can I have this purple and green one?
Oh, delicious. Yes, of course.
Thank you.
And
I would also like delicious.
Oh, another one of the purple and green ones. I mean, that's called the Lavesi. That's the Lavesi.
Crazy.
And it's quite a delicious drink. And he goes and he grabs two of them. And he kind of pops open the top of one of the barrels. And just drops these like whole things of flowers in there. Like the branches, the leaves, the flowers, the everything. And he just like pops open the top of the barrel, drops those in there, closes it up. He's like, all right, that'll be, probably just a minute or two. And then that'll be ready. And what can I get for, oh yes, your milk. And he goes and he grabs the milk and he kind of puts it on top of a low burner. And he goes over to you, Galdrick, and he's like, all right, would you like to pick your flowers or would you like something else? What can I get for you? We've got some beautiful horseshoes in the back if you're interested in that.
Why would I want a fucking horseshoe?
I'm just saying.
I just want something tasty. Which one would you recommend? I kind of walk closer to the purple flowers.
The purple ones are very delicious. The red ones, those red ones with the yellow leaves. Delicious. Those ones are just fantastic.
I'll try that then. That's weird.
All right. And he picks up one of those and he goes over to a different barrel and he kind of pops open the top, drops the whole bushel of flowers in there. And then he's like, all right, the first one should be ready. And he grabs a tankard and he kind of opens the tap on the front of the barrel. And this beautiful kind of sweet but not too sweet smelling juice comes out. And he hands one to you, Lou, and to you, Jake. And then he goes back, or he just kind of stands beside the one that he dropped Galdrick's stuff, and he waits about a minute, and then he opens up the tap and lets this kind of very pungent, very kind of like spicy, but not in a hot kind of way. I don't know what the word for that is.
Like cinnamon, kind of?
Kind of a cinnamon kind of, yeah, that kind of spice, kind of flavor, kind of smell kind of comes off it.
Non-capsaicin spice.
Non-capsaicin spice, exactly.
Non-capsaicin spice.
All right, now what you're gonna like about this one is that it's kind of a non-capsaicin type spicy drink.
Very smart sounding.
It's very, very smart. It's only for the 200 IQ. You actually have to have a certain IQ to understand it.
Slum's real fucking impressed with your self-helper book learning college words. Just Slum didn't graduate grade 11. Real nice.
Yeah, he hands that to you, Galdrick.
What was the name of this shop before we drink? Maybe it's like the Poisoner's Daily or something.
This one is the last drink. No, this is
I knew it.
this is called Costly's Crushed Flower Juice Shop.
Okay.
No, sorry, hold on. It's called
Right on the nose there.
It's called Costly's Crushed Flower and Jilly Jobs Horseshoe Emporium. Yeah.
Got it.
And you guys have your drinks?
You know, putting costly on the sign might send the wrong message that your drinks are expensive.
Do we have money?
Oh my god, I never even thought of that I should probably change the name. Well, actually, you know what? The drinks are pretty expensive, so maybe we'll just keep it like that.
Oh, on brand, okie dokie.
I like a little bit of honest marketing. Come in here, you're gonna get a great juice, but it's probably gonna cost you.
How how much?
Well, I mean, you did pick some of the higher end ones.
I'm not seeing any like coin that we saw.
Yeah, you guys didn't actually come in with any coin. That was not part of what you got.
I look through my bag.
What's in my inventory?
You guys got starting equipment or gold, and you all got starting equipment. He's like, well, you did pick some of the more expensive ones. They're delicious. Let's see, the Levazies.
Shut up, stop talking. Listen, do you, so where's the guy gonna work? We're new to town and we're looking to make some coin. Know any jobs?
I mean, you'll just what the sorting hall gives you.
Oh,
you don't
maybe
have
we
like
should go there first.
You don't have any jobs.
I mean, there's lots of jobs. The sorting hall.
Need a job that needs to get done?
I mean, not really. The sorting hall sends me the people I need.
Well, where's the sorting hall?
Well, listen. The sorting hall's just down out the front door to the left. You go down a couple blocks, turn another left, and then it's the big building there. But I will need you to pay before you go, though.
Okay, but listen. So that's the thing. I need to pick up my paycheck first from the sorting hall.
Well, I mean, it's not that. I'm sorry, I said these were expensive. They're not that expensive. It's like 20 silver each for the Levazi drinks, and then maybe 15 silver. Yeah, 15 silver for the Curlsern.
That doesn't sound like a real thing. I feel like you're making that up.
No, it's called the Curlsern Thermerminen drink. So it's only 55 silver pieces for all of them. I'll you guys, if you haven't picked up yet, I'll give you the warm milk for free.
Oh, that's very nice.
That's nice. That's nice. Listen, okay. Well, anyways, like I said, I got to pick up my check. But can I come right back?
I mean, I can't let you just leave without paying it. It's only 55
Oh no, he
silver.
can go. I can stay and cover the tab, no problem.
Oh
yeah, see, he'll stay.
Oh, all right. Well, that's okay then.
Yeah,
as you kind of get up to leave, 5 guards walk in the door, and you know they're guards because they have heavy armor on. They're big and burly, and they have red ribbons on their wrists. And beside them are the 2 people that you lifted out of the shop earlier. And they point to you and they say, they don't have ribbons. They're just in here. They don't even have ribbons. and the guards kind of walk up to you. Hi.
Anyone well met, guards?
They yucked our yums so bad.
There's two of the guards are humans, two of them are orcs, which I don't know that you can recognize for the most part, and one of them's a cat person.
Ew.
And
Ew.
the cat person kind of comes up to you. He's like, all right, what are you doing here? Why do you not have ribbons on?
We have to go to the sorting house.
Yeah, we're refugees.
Oh, okay. If you're refugees, why are you here at Costly's having drinks?
We got really thirsty.
Yeah, it's been a long,
thirst.
crazy
Thirst
day.
mostly.
Refugees! On
Refugees
the road!
first on the road.
I would like whoever wants to roll a charisma check at advantage.
I got this. I got this.
Not
I got
me,
this.
please.
I got this. I got this.
Do it.
Goldrick, roll at
Okay,
advantage.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. With a 22, the cat person, like the other guys were kind of reaching for their swords a little bit, and the cat person kind of puts his hand back and tells them to kind of put their swords away and says, all right, now listen, if you're here, you really can't go walking around town without ribbons. You need to, if you're refugees, we can help you, but you do need to go to the sorting house for the sorting hall first. You can't.
Well,
you
of
can't-
course we're just wandering through looking for our papers. What do you think I got this accent for, chum? Governor, oh, crikey, mate.
Is he okay?
It's been a long.
Oh boy.
He gets like this when he has a calcium deficiency. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
Okay. Well. All right. Well, we can bring you to the sorting hall.
Okay.
If you would please just come with us.
Yeah, of course. You know what? Hey,
Yeah, of
this
course.
guy, he's good. I want to look at Costly like
Yeah.
as we're walking out. I want to point to the cat, be like, he's got our tab, and then I want to walk out.
And
Thank you, Costly.
and I think like as you do that, like the charisma roll was so high that sure enough, the cat person like kind of stops mid escort and then turns around and reaches into a pocket, and like puts some silver down, and then goes to turn and calls like, well, actually, it was it was 55 silver in total, or all the it was a. And like the cat turns back around and goes get some more coins out of his pocket and just kind of puts it on the counter. He's like, all right, that should cover it. Thanks, Costly. And they start escorting you out of Costly's crushed flour and Jilly Jam's horseshoe emporium back into the streets of Rena. And while you're out here, you see more people being helped, more people helping, and they take you the exact directions that Costly had said, and you find yourselves at the sorting hall.
Oh.
And when you get here, it is a very, very nice place. It's got like a polished white stone floor. There's like rope dividers separating lines of people waiting in line in front of a nice stone and glass kind of teller's interface where it looks like a bank almost. And there
I feel
are
like I've seen this in an anime somewhere.
really.
Yeah, this like looks really familiar, like what I'm picturing right now.
Yeah. And there are some people who are too frail or too injured or too old, and they're sitting on benches waiting their turn. And sure enough, the guards kind of let you off, and they're like, all right, just get in line, go get sorted, it's fine. Once you have a ribbon, you'll have a job, and just go do that, you'll be fine.
Thank you for your help.
No
Yoki
problem.
dokie.
That's
I really
that's what we're
appreciate
here
that.
for.
Thank you. You've
That's what
been
we're here
so
for.
kind. You've been so kind.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've been so nice. Yeah, Slump wants to kiss you on the mouth.
Oh,
Can I kiss you on the mouth?
thank you for asking. No, thank you.
Would you like
Please?
to squish penises?
Thank you
Squish
for
penises.
asking. No, thank you.
Okay, fair
Well,
enough.
maybe later. Actually, you
Oh,
know what?
no,
I might hit you
no,
back
now,
up on
now
it
you've
later.
now you've offended Slump.
I apologize. That
now
was
Slump is upset.
No, I shouldn't have
It was
said.
one
I should
time
have thought
off,
about
now
that
you're
before
being-
I
now you're being
answered.
insulting. Yep.
I apologize,
Okay, fair enough.
Mr. Slump. You know what? I think you guys are going to do great here. You seem like really great. Did you say you're from Izo?
Yep.
Wow, you guys are. Can I just say, you guys don't belong in Izo. You are too nice. You guys are too nice for Izo. I'm glad you decided to come here.
I think Izo
Can
agrees
Slump
with
ask
you
you a
in thinking
question?
we don't belong.
Yeah, of course.
Stop. No.
What?
No.
Yes.
Is it
What?
nice?
Yeah, what? Yes.
Is it nice? Because you just complimented us on how nice we were.
Yes,
and so
of
you
course.
immediately say, can I ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
Which leads me to think you're going to
No.
pull a Slump.
No, of course not.
Okay.
Can Slump ask you a question?
Yes, of course.
I want to have my hand right next to Slump's earlobe.
How'd you get such an ass chin?
I yank his earlobe.
Slump meant to say, how can Slump make a good impression on old Ula Dog?
Ula. Well, it would take quite a bit of work to go meet Ula. Get yourself a ribbon. Go do some work. Make yourself known. I mean, if you're helping hands, you can work your way up to Ula. I mean, if you're gonna be in need of help, you're gonna need to, get your help, then get back on your feet, and then pay it back. Come helping hands, and then after you've helped some people, you can probably go meet Ula.
Okay.
Yep, but just be good citizens. You guys are so fantastic. Honestly, I think it'll be short time before you go meet Ula, if that's what you really want. Is there anything you want to talk to her specifically about?
Saving the world.
Killing a big dragon and eating its heart, probably.
Dragons. Oh, don't worry about that. No, we got dragon seekers. They'll deal with that.
How does one become a dragon seeker?
Well, I mean, after you're a helping hand for a little while, if you're really interested, you could become a guard. Serve a couple of years as a guard. You can move up to Dragon Seeker if that's really what you want to do. It's pretty dangerous, though. I don't know if you want to become a Dragon Seeker.
I kind of want to climb off of Slump and stand very tall, very proud, and be like, do I not look like I can handle it?
I'm just,
What? He's what?
You're a little.
What?
Say it. Say it.
You're a little bit short for.
I want to put up my hood, and I kind of want to the ethereal just cosmetic wings. I want to sprout them.
Yeah.
I am everything that is holy.
Oh my goodness! I didn't even recognize. Someone of your stature could surely become a dragon seeker. Of course. No, I never meant to question. Never meant to
Dragon
question.
seekers accept husky children in armor?
Shut up, Yake. You are fucking stupid.
Oh God! I can it's like holding your breath in that thing.
That's all I've heard stories. We've got a couple Asimar in the guard, and they can only do that for a little while.
Okay, so we should join. Should we go to the sorting house then?
Oh yeah, we're at the sorting house. You guys just line up.
No, the real one.
This is the real one. Yep.
You promise?
Oh yeah. Of
you
course.
lie to Slump?
Why would I lie to you?
People get their faces eaten if they lie to Slump.
No. Also, maybe don't eat faces. That's gonna be.
Well,
that's gonna be a problem.
What if they're
in the city.
bad guy faces?
Oh, bad guys. Yeah, you can eat their
guys.
faces. Well, that's a little bit gruesome. Make sure they're really bad guys.
Okay.
But yeah,
All right.
no, if they're really bad, you can probably do that.
So do we just stand in line then?
Yeah, just stand in line when it comes your turn. If you want to get into the Dragon Seekers, you're definitely gonna want to be helping hands. So if they ask if you need help or if you have help to offer, definitely tell them you have a help to offer.
Okay.
And you'll become helping hands, and then you can start doing some good around the city. You guys seem like great folks. I'll put in a good word for you.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Name's Synergetic. It's
what a
traditional.
stupid
What a stupidly good
traditional
name. That's right. Yankees earlobe again.
Fucking name.
Traditional
Ow.
tabaxi name. Traditional tabaxi name. Yeah, so of course, absolutely, I'll put in a good word for you. Your names were Slump, keeps referring to himself as Slump, so I got your name, and he kind of like winks at you, and the rest of you...
Put the hood back up.
Slump.
Galdrick, okay, excellent.
I take it back off. Ah! God, I gotta get used to that.
I'm Lou.
Lou, got it, and...
I scribble my autograph on another titty playing card and hand it to him.
Oh, look at Jake.
Jacob the Amazing.
Jacob the Amazing. Gotcha.
It's with a J.
Wrote it, Jacob?
No, it's with a J.
Oh, Jacob the Amazing. I gotcha.
Yes,
okay.
Jacob.
Got it. No problem. Well, that's fantastic. I'll put in a good word for you. We'll see if we can fast track you to the guards.
Wow, thank you, Senegenic.
Hey, no problem. You know, if you're from ISO, you guys know how to fight. I don't think we need to do all the training and all that. Just do your helping hand stuff, and we'll get you straight into the guards pretty quick here. We'll fast track you. If you really want to be dragon seekers, we can see what we can do to move that along.
Neat.
All right, just go ahead and line up, and we'll catch up with you later. Thanks for coming to Hayland. Welcome to Rena, and I hope your stay is nice.
Okay, love you.
Okay,
I love you. Love you guys so much.
Love you.
These guys are so much nicer than those ISO dick bags.
Big time.
Ew.
Yeah.
With the way what they said, I love you. I got all serious. Yuck. Ew, like, I love you. Yuck.
Yeah, you guys line up in kind of the shortest line, and you guys are standing behind. Let me make sure I get my notes to say this right. The sorting hall.
Kobold?
What's up?
Is it a pink kobold?
Well, it's red in real life. Okay, they're a little bit pink here. But yes, a pink kobold. What, is there a problem with that?
No, it should
Okay.
be a pink kobold. Why can't you change it to red?
No, okay, it is a pink kobold. It's actually neon pink. It's like, it's a little bit hard to look directly at. The pink is so aggressive. So as you guys are standing in the sorting hall, you know, there's these lines of all these people standing to take an audience with the tellers behind that glass. And, you know, you look around, you see the people sitting on the benches, and people are conversing very quietly. And as you guys are standing in line, you don't know what a kobold is. All you see is a small child-sized, you see a small Galdrick-sized person who has kind of like scaly skin and short horns and a long snout. They look kind of like you don't have an animal in your mind to correlate this with.
Sounds like an imp from World of Warcraft, like Warlock's pets.
Almost. It's like it looks like a dragon if a dragon was a dumpy imp-sized person. And he kind of like he's in a line all by himself. As you guys line up behind him, he turns around and says, "Oh boy, I hope we get all the free stuff. How about you guys? You guys gonna go for the free stuff?"
What do they have for free stuff?
What do they have for free?
If you need help, you get all the free stuff.
If you need help, you get free stuff?
If you need help, you get all the free stuff.
What sort of free stuff?
All the stuff. You just tell them what you want.
What?
I
Like
want candy.
food?
Candy. I'm gonna get a bunch of free candy.
You're here to get a ribbon so you can get candy?
Yeah, I'm gonna get lots of candy and games.
What do you get if you pick the other one? The other band?
Then you gotta give people candy and games. I don't want to give anything. I want it all myself.
What's your name?
Kirby.
No.
Yeah.
No.
My name's Kirby.
No.
Hi.
No.
So nice to meet you.
No.
Hi there.
It's so nice to meet you.
Slump crushes his head between his hands.
No, I know. I stop him.
My name's Kirby.
Galdrick casts out evil on Slump.
I want all the candy. My name's Kirby. What did you say, Mr. Slump?
Slump's name is not Slump. Slump just refers to himself as Slump.
Oh, what's your name then? Man who refers to himself as Jump.
Ula.
Your name is Ula?
Yep.
Oh, that's so cool. The leader of the city's name is Ula.
Just make sure you scream that whenever you're referring to me.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Ula!
Oh, yes. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hi. Don't. You know what? Don't. Never mind. Don't do that ever.
Okay.
Not ever.
Oh, okay.
Never. Don't ever do that.
Okay, you told me to yell it.
No,
So I just yelled it.
It was not giving permission to. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Kirby, I think you're up. I think.
Wait, what did you say my name was?
What?
What did you say my name was?
Kirby?
Isn't Kirby?
No, Gerby.
Oh, Gerby.
Oh, that's much
Terribly
Gerby. My
What?
name's
It's like-
Gerby.
It's like Kirby, but in the green. You know.
It's
Derby.
almost like green Kirby.
Yeah, almost. It's
Kirby.
almost like green Kirby. Yep.
Yeah, Kirby.
Got
My
it.
name's Kirby.
Slump is tracking. Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh, it's
I
my
lean
turn.
over
I'm
to-
gonna go
I
get it.
lean
I'm
over
gonna
to
go get a
Yake.
ribbon. I'm
lean
gonna
over
get
to
all the
Yake and I say-
candy and all the games.
Oh my God.
Are
Yep.
you guys gonna play
fun.
games with me?
No, we're
No?
not ever.
Oh.
Slump
Yeah,
Slump
maybe.
hates
Yeah, maybe.
you.
Maybe,
No, not maybe.
maybe you give
Yeah,
me some
maybe.
candy.
Maybe.
No,
What do you
not
have
maybe
for us?
we give you some candy. Not maybe we give you
I'll
some
give you
candy.
some candy if you give me some money.
That sounds, no, I want free stuff. Okay, I'm gonna
Oh,
go to the
then-
teller now.
Oh, thank God.
And Gerby goes up to the teller. Like is there for like 5 seconds
Oh God.
before they give him a silver ribbon around his hand, and he kind of holds it up and like waves it at you guys. It's free candy, and then he
Oh,
full
God.
speed sprints out the side door of the building, just like he
Oh,
knocks
my
over
God.
one of the pillars, kind of trips into one of the plants, and just full speed sprints out the side door.
Congratulations, Gerb. Oh, he's gone.
Living his best life. All of us wish we would lived our lives like Derby.
And you guys then like you get waved in to take your place at the teller that Gerby was just at. And behind the glass, you see one of the tellers, and it's a female with bronze-colored skin. She's wearing fine formal cloth clothing, and she has short sleeves on, and the exposed skin on her arms shows more of that bronzed skin with small patches of green scales. And her facial features are strange too, like they're very thin. Her chin and her cheekbones are very narrow, almost like a viper. Like definitely humanoid, like they're a human. They have a human face. It's just very narrow. And she definitely does have green eyes with horizontal pupils, exactly like a snake. And she says, greetings, good day. My name is Atlali. Can I start with your names and how I can help you?
Salutations. Abluli, you said?
Atlali.
I'm looking for free stuff.
Slump wants candy.
Oh boy, you guys are just like that little Gerby
No,
guy,
no,
aren't you?
No, we're not.
No.
Joshing.
No, just joshing.
Okay.
Joshing you.
Yellow, it was just a yoke. We want to be guards. Wait, helping, help.
We're here to help.
We're here to help.
Helping
Okay.
hand.
Do you
What
you
the fuck
need
is
help?
wrong with you?
Sometimes
You
the
can't
H
say
and the
H
yay. Sometimes the H and the yay are difficult.
No, you can't. Say
What is this place? I don't understand what's happening to me. I cannot say peanut butter and yellow.
All right. Can I just maybe do you need help or do you have
He
help
needs
to give?
fucking help. Jesus Christ. We have help to give. We're very strong. We can take care of that dragon for you.
We did. Oh, well, let's
We've already taken care of
stuff.
3 dragons today, so let's make it a 4th.
Okay. Well, okay. Where are you coming from? What's
Youch.
We're refugees.
Youch.
We're refugees
Youch
from
and
Youch and ISO.
Youch and
Yeah.
Kirbyland and ISO.
Youch
Exactly.
and Kirbyland and Izo. You're refugees from Izo?
Yes.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Yeah, it sucks there. But we're here to earn our keep. We don't want to. We're not
No
no slackers.
handouts.
That's right.
No slackers.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
perfect. That is
Silver
just
bracelet.
fantastic.
Silver bracelet. Slump is here to help.
You know, gold bracelets for helping.
That's what Slump men don't
Yep.
fucking interrupt.
Okay.
Don't fucking interrupt.
Didn't
Yep.
mean to interrupt. Also,
Yeah, you fucking interrupted. So
need you to not interrupt me, please. If you would just
Okay,
maybe we
wanna-
just don't interrupt
just
each
shut the
other.
fuck-
It
okay,
sounds a
we're
little
gonna
bit
not
like you're trying to
starting
talk
now, we're
over
not
me.
gonna
And
interrupt.
starting
We're
right
not
now, we're
gonna-
not going to talk over each other,
Right now, we're
and
not
you're going
gonna
to
yell.
stop
Slump
interrupting me
is-
I'm so
right
sorry. He doesn't
now,
mean it.
right?
He doesn't mean
Okay,
any of
Slump
this.
is
now.
ready
Just
And
for you to
here
stop.
we're
He's gonna keep
stop.
going right now. He's. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's just gonna keep going.
Slump is ready right now.
Okay,
Okay.
we're going to start right
So Slump is
now.
ready for
No.
Slump is-
Okay, you can talk first then.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I thought that
We're
you
gonna
were
need those
no,
silver.
okay, that's-
We're gonna need the silver bracelets. What?
okay, so you need you want the
gold bracelets, please. Gold,
Gold
bracelets,
bracelets.
please.
Gold bracelets. Can we
Gold-
sell the gold bracelets? Or are they worth
bracelets.
anything?
Gold, Slump wants one of each.
You can't have one
Depending
of
on how he
each.
Can we
feels
have one of
during
each?
the day.
We
Depending on
can't
how
give
he
you-
feels.
There's
one
4
each.
of us. Can we each get a
Best of
different
both
one?
worlds. Can we each get a different one?
Well, there's only 2
Where's
choices,
bronze?
so you
Where's
there's,
Okay.
bronze? What about
Okay,
the
what are the
bronze?
2 choices?
there's no
What are
bronze
the 2
one.
choices? Let's get 2 and 2. 2 of each.
Okay, how
That's-
many different colors are there?
There's there's a couple. There's only gold and silver. Okay, and you guys are obviously golds. Although I'm starting to wonder if you're silvers. I'm starting to wonder if you guys are silvers and just maybe don't realize it yet.
That kind of hurts my feelings a little bit, but
I'm
all
just
right.
saying, I think you guys starting to come across as silvers.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. It's a joke. You guys are clearly golds. I can't tell if that's crying or no, it's turning into something else. This is oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna need to give you your bracelets and have you guys just take off. Just need to get you out of the sorting hall here.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So we'll give you the gold.
Go ahead.
Give you the gold bracelets. And
Yeah. Give it to me.
your first job is to take care of Gertie.
What?
What?
Take care. What is it? Oh,
Slump understands.
And I want Slump to run aside and smash Gerby in the head with a hammer.
really? Take care of them.
Mission accomplished.
So I'm going to give you guys your gold ribbons. And I think, as would be an excellent, just getting a flavor of the town. Gerby, of course, still needs some help. He's one of the orphans from the wars over in Izo. Maybe you might even know maybe his parents or something. I don't know how big Izo is, but anyways, he's an orphan from Izo, and he needs a little bit of help still. So maybe you guys could go spend a day with Gerby. And make sure you keep him happy, keep him entertained, and make sure he gets back to the orphanage by sundown, so that he's ready for bed.
How
And
old is he?
how old
Yeah,
is he?
how old is he?
Yeah.
I think he's 3, which in kobold years I think is like 9 or 12.
Did you say kobold?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's a kobold.
We know what that is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, especially in Izo, you guys got lots of kobolds over there.
Yeah.
Slump. Yeah, tons.
Yeah.
Just to maybe make sure, when we say kobold here in Harold, what do you mean? Maybe it's a different thing.
Yeah,
in
maybe it's a
Izo.
different thing. Yeah.
In Hayland, when we say kobold
In
in
Hayland.
Hayland,
Yeah, when you say kobold, what do you mean?
we mean the little dragon people.
Oh, okay.
They're not.
That's
Let's
what we
be
meant.
honest. They're not really dragon people. They're like
They're
walking, talking rats.
I know, but they like to think of themselves as dragon people, and I like to respect their beliefs. So
Can they fly?
Kind of a stupid belief.
I mean,
though.
they can't breathe fire or fly or fight, and they don't have treasure troves, and they don't dig holes in mountains. So
Yeah.
they're not really dragons, but they like to believe they are.
That's stupid.
So, hold on. Is it a responsibility of Slump with this bracelet that Slump has to refer to him as a dragon?
I mean, if he wants to be referred to as a dragon, it's kind of important to make sure that you guys kind of play along with that a little bit.
When you say important, do you mean mandatory?
I mean, it's kind of, yes, I do mean technically.
Okay. So wait a minute.
Mandatory.
We are mighty champions sent
Yes.
here to
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we're babysitting.
Listen, we don't guilt and we don't shame and we don't measure. Helping
I'm
is
measuring.
helping.
So we're babysitting.
You are technically babysitting a small dragon man.
A small rat man.
You're technically babysitting a small rat boy who's approximately 3 years old.
Oh, God.
He's a good kid. Okay, he's a little energetic. Just try to put a leash on him if you have to, but maybe don't hold the leash in public. That looks a little bit bad. Just make sure he doesn't hurt himself. Make sure he doesn't hurt you guys. Get him back to the orphanage by sundown, and that'll be it. We'll start you off with your payment right here, and she gives you 40 gold pieces.
Holy fuck.
10 gold pieces each, and it's like separatable into any denomination you want, kind of thing. So like,
damn it,
you could split it into.
Damn it, I can't edit this. So
you
where
don't
the
need
fuck do I
to.
put this?
You don't need to keep track of the gold too closely. I'm not gonna nickel and dime anything. Like basically, you guys have small gold right now. You can afford small gold things, and then as you work up to having more gold, we'll just know that you have more gold.
I like to buy an armor full plate set that has +5 to defense, please.
Okay, you buy a really sweet thumbtack. And it costs all of your gold. Lily says, all right, you've got your gold ribbons. You should be able to walk around the city just fine now. And you might want to get moving. Gerby is a bit of a runner.
Wait, sorry, just quick question.
Yep.
Do we just do whatever he says, or are there guidelines for what we do and what we, draw a line at? Is there a line for doo-doo? Is there a line for doo-doos?
Mostly, you're just gonna want to keep him happy, keep him safe, that's basically. He's just a kid. He's gonna want to play games. He's gonna want you to buy him a little bit of candy, play some games. That'll be
spend money on him. We gotta spend our money on him.
Well, that's part of your, we pay you every day.
No, Slump loves that. Yeah, Slump loves that.
That's part of the payment. So
that's fucking great.
Yeah, just go take care of Gerby for a day, and tomorrow you can come back. We'll give you a new assignment.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
Yeah,
sounds real good. I'm really excited for that.
Perfect. That's
the
fantastic.
Next assignment part. This part's stupid.
Oh, well, Gerby's a great kid when you get to know him. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
okay, but until we get to know him, he's just the worst thing in the world.
I kind of get that. He comes off a little bit strong. He might break some things. Hold on to a bit of gold just in case you need to pay for damages.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Just
that's great.
It can be a little bit tough. We've had people go from golds to silvers after looking after Gerby for a day.
Oh no!
So just saying, be careful.
God.
Keep the head on a swivel. Well, anyways, thank you guys. Go do good in the city. Thanks for being helping hands.
Yeah, you bet. You betcha. Thanks.
All right. Kind regards.
And it's 10 o'clock, guys.
Hey.
We can call it there.
Fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Just a quick note that I will be here for next Friday's session, but the Friday after that, there's a chance that I won't be because I'll be in Florida.
Gotcha. Okay.
Florida though.
Yeah.
That's just a possibility.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We'll take it as it goes, but good to know ahead of time. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you guys so much. Welcome to the new campaign. You've gone from
so stoked
fighting gods to babysitting a 3-year-old kobold.
Yay, level 1.
I fucking love it. Talk about diversity in campaign. Holy shit.
Yeah, man. Yep. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week.
I'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Bye, Jet.